Yes, nomadic. Yes, child. Wallah. Charlie, wallah. Andy Double D's anyhow, wallah. JMK, wallah. Ice is in the house, man. He wants rolling down all the back, wallah. Ice, wallah. Diddly. Chest battered, man. His chest is battered. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oi, Parsley. Oh God. I don't think I'll be on here long at all, like man, I'm not bored. Oh, Luna, don't start. Howie, babe, give a break. Give a break. Give a break.
You said.
You said. What's been going on the tubes out and out? Oi, Andy W. Oi, EV. I went to work this morning, but I wasn't going to go as well. But I did. It's Luna Bona. It's that me. Yes, you are, Luna Bona. Yeah. Luna Bona. It's so bad. It is. You found it, Namara. You found it tomorrow. It's new phone date tomorrow. If you know what I mean.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.com. It's a platform that...
Yeah. Rồi, công nghệ nó kém ngọt. Công nghệ nó lọt con.
They turn out the lights and turn the projector on. And was
for love.
sitting there they didn't see. And so they sat right down in front of me. When he kissed her lips, I almost died. And in the middle of the color cartoon, I started to cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry. So I got up and slowly walked on home. Mama saw the tears and said, "What's wrong?" And so to keep from telling her a lie, I just said, "Sad movies make me cry." Oh, sad movies always make me cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry.
I don't even know what I'm about for, I can't be asked. Come on. I can't be asked. All I know is if you phone day tomorrow, I won't even be asked for that. I felt a bit better this morning. I stayed up work, man.
So I got up and slowly walked on home. My mama saw the tears and said, "What's wrong?"
You little mom.
And so to keep from telling her a lie, I just said, "Sad make me cry." Oh, sad movies always make me cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry.
What the?
Oh,
What
sad movies
What the?
always make me
What
cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry. Oh, sad movies always make me cry.
Got to keep them coming in.
Yes,
I
man.
say love is all I bring.
Jamaica, man.
Number one music on my turntable.
Gannon to Jamaica, man.
Come on. I said, "Be go, you better go on to the show." Me say, "Be go, you better go on to the show." Me say, "Be go, you better go on to the show." Because I want you never know, we come to teach them so. Donkey on the water, don't you lift it on door.
Don't you throw on the door.
When I tell you this, I wanna make you bubble on it. You
I'm all for like ice.
me say go on to the show, and me say go me say fi go on to the show, me say fi go me say fi go on to the show, me say you go. So you better go on to the show because I want for the money and I two for the show. Fit to get ready and a fool to go. You better go. Yeah, so me say you better go. Murder, and so me say you better rock. Rock, little girl, don't stop. You better rock. Rock, a little girl, don't stop. When I flip from my top to the big, we don't stop. We no play no milk on this, go come on, we go drop on, we go, we no take us stop from down to the black on that, so rock. What, baby, so you better keep on rock. Good girl, so me say I do feel rock. Rock, a little girl, don't stop, I beg you rock. Rock, I beg you rock, don't stop, you better go.
Let's have a little bit of pause on that. So what have I missed on the tubes? Have I missed anything on the tubes today or what? I fucking should have stayed off work, you know. Should have stayed off work, man. I went out not as bad this morning and come home just as bad as what I was yesterday. I didn't know that bad. All day in the cold's no good, man, no good. Bad on the chest, man, my chest fucked. You know what I mean? What you doing, Luna Boner? Luna Boner. Piss off, Luna Boner gal. Luna, 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 Luna. Wait, wait. Here, come here. Come. Are we done? Just laying there. Just laying there like that, man. What you let? Yeah, she's up and she's off. She's off. She's going off skis. Probers. Well, what's the first day without Tyrone being like, man? Have you all felt like spare parts? Spare parts in the cog. No Tyrone. No right or wrong. Sad, man, isn't it? Sad. No, was that a good laugh this morning? I didn't even tune in and listen in this morning. If I'm honest. Oh, fucking swear down my chest, battered, man. I might go and take a spoonful of honey, help the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down. A spoonful of honey helps the medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down. Oh, what can you do when you live in a zone? Paul Dunn's in the house in the big bad house. In the big bad house. I don't even know what to laugh for, man. If I'm honest, I can't be asked. I'm glad I haven't got nowhere booked to go away because I'm not fucking. I'm chesty as fuck. Chesty as fuck, man. I hate the winter. I mean, move where I get some money. Move where I get some money, man. Listen to me, man. You gotta listen to me, man. I need some. I don't know whether I have some. I'm not having that. I'm having runny, honey. You want some runny, honey? I want some runny, honey. I want some runny, honey, man. Nice that honey, like. That's not Manuka. I was gonna have some Manuka, but she got the 100+. Man. You sat there laughing at that? Eh? There's nothing. I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. Boom, boom, shakalaka, boom. Hopefully that only kicks in and makes us fucking not so chesty. That we like. Good for the throat, honey. Good for the throat. I feel weak, man. I feel weak, man. Big up the Northerners, Nomad. Big up the Northerners. I don't feel good, man. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Oh. I don't feel good. Last day tomorrow at work as well. I could work Saturday if I wanted. I've only worked one Saturday. Or two, one. Once I get better next week. Oh no, I want to start going out ordering on the weekend. Putting the videos up, man. Putting the videos up. You know what I mean? See, we're looking for another reggae tune.
Go, me say, go to the show, me say, fi go. Go, you better go to the show. Say what you never know, we come to teach them so. Jah know this, I wanna come to start the show, you better go. Hey! And so me say that you fi go. Keep on going like you never moved before, you know. So power to me, no, I wanna see your face some more. You know this, I wanna make your bubble by your door. Me say go, go, me say go to the show, yeah, you know. Good guy, go let me tell you this, I really meet a clap. Ain't no matter if you white or black. Say the DJ on the mic, him a rapper, say fi rap. Good guy. So me say that you be rap. Say rock on, me say rock on non-stop. Say rock on, me say rock on non-stop. Because you have the ball, let me say you have the dreadlock. You have the soldier man, me say you have
Big
the
old
strap. Say man in a
reggae, yeah.
pants and a woman in a frock. Jaja knows that this
Yes,
session
man.
it really black. You better rock on. Say rock on, me say rock on non-stop.
I'll
You
be
better
listening to
rock.
this.
Say rock on, me say
I'm in
rock on
Jamaica,
non-stop.
man.
It's the lucky thing you really know. And some me say it's a lucky thing you really know. Cause them the style little girl you woulda never know. Oh, baby, you
Coming
better
in from the
go.
cold
Go,
rhythm.
little girl, you better go. Me say fi go on. Me say fi jump and me say fi go on. Me say one go
Got a
dance, you
test.
better go. Go,
Guys.
little girl, you better go. Me say fi go.
Oh,
Go,
fucking hell. It's
little
not
girl,
looking
you
good
better
now,
go.
man. Guys,
Cause this
wait
a
there.
music I know we come to start the show.
Wait there. We've got a pest. I'm allowing him on now.
Hmm.
Hello.
Morning. Well, no. Afternoon with you. Sorry.
No, you mean big up the Northerners?
No, big up the Londoners in New York. So,
That should have been your first words. Big up the Northerners. No,
I bet
Maddie.
it shouldn't.
It looked very cold where you were at.
Yeah, it's -8 outside at the moment. This is upstate New York.
Is it -8 in New York? Yeah.
Yeah, it was worse the other week when I was up in the Canadian border. That was -27.
How did you like that?
I didn't. I know I'm not doing that again. I mean, I had the truck running for a few days. I didn't turn it off, but it was leaking coolant purely because the metal was contracting. So it was
Yeah.
starting to make the pipes bigger than they should. So I started losing coolant. But now I'm just going back to Pennsylvania, then down to Virginia, then back south.
Have you heard about the plane crash in America?
Yeah, there's a training. There's a Black Hawk with three trainees.
I know.
Yeah, and they took out that private jet that was coming from Kansas, landing at Ronald Reagan Airport. There's no
Most of the
survivors,
others.
but I mean they've managed to find, I think, about 30 bodies so far.
Not good, eh? Not good, mate.
No, I mean I don't know how on earth that. I mean, if you look at the explosion, the way that, I mean, it's tracking the helicopter, and the helicopter crashes into the plane. I don't know how these things can get that close to each other, you know.
I know. It's mad, isn't it?
So no doubt there'll be a big inquiry on Sikorsky because of the Black Hawk, and I think it's Douglas, the other plane, or something like that. I can't remember what private jet was. It wasn't a big plane, but it was one of those. If you're over, you see a lot of these like mid-sized planes because they do a lot of internal transfers, you know.
Yeah. Let me have a look at your. Pneumatic is a 1-2.
1, 2.
Yeah, you've gone better. You started going all. If you're back to normal now. Oi, Lenoggy. Yeah, I'm not too good myself. Like Nomad, I'm a bit chesty at the moment. Have we lost it all together now, Nomad? Nomadic? 1, 2, 1, oh, Nomadic. One name for a copy, Nomad. We've lost him. We've only lost the Nomadic. Let me check you. Let me check you, man, bro. Let me check you out, man. Nomad? I'm gonna kick you and bring you back. How the fuck do I kick him? Oh, there. Nomadic? Right. Kick him from the studio. Kick from studio. I don't know what happened there, Nomad, but we lost you. Well, we're for Nomad. I'm gonna get him back. I don't know what happened to Nomad there. Oi, oi, Daddy. Oi, oi, little Teddy Mohammed. He's back, he's back. Nomadic.
Yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you're dead low.
Okay. Can
Yeah,
you hear me
that's
better
better.
now?
Yeah,
I've got
that's
my
well
headset
better.
on.
We
Yeah, because
lost
every
you,
time I
but-
go on there, no, I could hear you clearly. I don't know what that
Right.
was all about, but no, if it goes wrong again, I'll jump out rather than messing you around like that.
No, you don't have
This
to.
is
Man. You can jump out. You can jump out and
this
jump back
is
in, mate.
this is Buffalo. So
Buffalo.
over, yeah, so over to the right is Niagara Falls,
All right.
which I think last somebody said it was froze over, because it's like, you know, that's one of the entrances into Canada.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I think there's about 4 ways into Canada. I think come up
Have you
through
still, have you still got your drone?
Yeah, I've got it all charged up because tomorrow I'm going to be going through West Virginia, and now I've worked out how to get it transferred to my phone from the drone rather to my phone. Because I tested it the other day in the hotel. I just used the drone in the hotel. Scared my missus.
Have you been staying in a hotel?
I did the other day, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I just used the drone in the hotel room. So scared the bejesus out of me.
The first time I flew my drone was indoors
Yeah.
when I had a drone.
Yeah, no, so I left it on charge. All the batteries are charged up last night. That way then I was going to try and use it where I was working this morning, but it was so cold. Didn't want to get out of the truck. So I thought, sod it.
I wouldn't want to get out the truck at them temperatures.
Yeah. I mean, it's
In
supposed
fact,
to be raining. It's supposed to be raining where I am tomorrow, but then hopefully it stops because obviously I don't want to use it in the rain. But there's Virginia's not going to, I mean, it's got a load of places I can go. I want to use it so I can go over the bridges and stuff like that and put some of those videos up.
I wouldn't use it in the rain. Definitely not. I'd advise you not to
Right.
use it in the rain.
Yeah, that's what it says. So I'm just hoping it stops. If not, you know, I'll have to wait until I get another chance. But yeah, I now know how to use it properly. It still does a whole lot more things, but I'm just, you know, I'm still trying to get used to the bloody thing.
It's not too difficult to fly though, either.
It is if you're an old git like me. Just trying to I'm not used to stuff like that. So
Yeah, just put it in slow motion then. You can put it. They've got 3 speeds on, haven't they?
yeah, because I've been following one guy on Instagram. He's a drone guy from Atlanta, and that's all he does. He just does lots of Atlanta, all the buildings at night and things like that and stuff. So I just want to get into sort of some stuff like that. I mean, I can use it for work and everything, to show. I mean, like I say, you can just do so much with these cameras, you know.
Yeah,
And it's even obviously it's got that thing where it follows you, so that would be
yeah,
a novel thing. The only time I've used it really properly now is just like when there was problems at a truck stop. I couldn't get in because there was like a truck broke down, but me and a whole bunch were just stuck in a lay-by thing. So I just put my drone up, went over there, and the police were looking up at my drone. I thought I won't hang around there too long, and then I turned around. There's about 3 other blokes trying to look at my screen to see what was going on. But I mean, it's handy, you know.
yeah. They're a good bit of kit. They're a good bit of kit. To be fair,
Hmm.
which one have you got? The 3?
4, the
Have you got the 4?
mini Pro 4 thing.
Yeah, the good Anna.
Yeah, it's got all like the sensors and stuff, so I shouldn't be. I mean, it makes me look smart because it. I shouldn't be able to crash it or anything, so I should look really intelligent.
I had the DJI Mini 2, then the 3 came out, and now the 4's out as well.
Oh, they got so many. They keep sending me stuff now. That DJI, a lot of all these.
We
People are
lost
really
you
getting
there.
into them in a big way. Can you hear me now?
I know. Yeah, you're back, Nomad. Just a flat spot there.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that there's a lot of people getting into these drones, and they got such a. I mean, DJI's got such a huge range,
Yeah.
and no doubt there's a whole bunch of other manufacturers of drones. You know,
Yeah, DJI's the best though, I
is that?
believe. I believe so. Yeah, can't go wrong with a DJI. Yeah, it's new phone date tomorrow for me and Mrs. Tobbs.
Which phones have you got? Have you got the iPhones or you got the
No, the Samsung. We've got a Samsung
Samsung?
S23. We've got a
Excuse me.
23 at the minute, and we're getting the S25 tomorrow. So
Yeah, everybody seems to be one or the other. You know, I mean, it's. I've always had iPhones. It's just even from when I was in England, it was just company phones were all iPhones. So then I just stayed with it, just keep upgrading them when I can be asked. You know. The thing
yeah,
is, I mean, they do. I've got the iPhone 13, I think it is. I think they're on about the 16 now, but it's like I don't use it in the way that everybody else. I mean, you can do 101 things with these things. I just use it to make calls and take pictures. You know.
I know. Same as
So
me,
it's
really.
yeah. So I just think, also, you know, is it really worth upgrading this bloody thing and all the rigmarole? Yeah. So I really don't bother a lot of it. I should. I mean, I know it says it keeps telling me, you know, you're due for an upgrade, but I don't know. It's just going to be another same flipping phone. Then I've got to do everything. I know they can try and transfer everything over, but sometimes they mess up and they don't transfer over everything. And it's like, well, you need to go into this and do that and else, and then I get bored with it. I think no, just leave it.
Have you heard about Tyrone? He's deleted his channel.
Yeah, that's what. I came into. See, yesterday. I mean, I was out of YouTube for a few days. So there was obviously some big set to between Michelle and UK lady, and I don't know if there's any other people involved. Then suddenly I come into it on the when was it? Within a couple of days, and there was all hell going crazy, and I didn't stick around too much. And then sure enough, I was on Michelle's live, not last night, but the night before. It was just a short one, because she was up really early. Because I was up late, you know, so I jumped on there for a while, and then I went to bed. And then lo and behold, everybody's losing their channels, you know, or close their channels, or done whatever they've done, you know. And Tyrone being one of them, because obviously he got doxxed,
Yeah.
which is not a
Scandalous.
good thing, you know.
I know. Not good at all, mate. Not good at all. But yeah. A lot of people will miss his live because he was live every morning, wasn't he? Yeah, it's our own.
Yeah, sometimes it went on for hours. Sometimes I would
know.
just be driving along and keep sort of listening a bit and then working. Then I come back and it's still going. And you think, bloody hell.
Yeah, so a lot of people will miss him. I'm surmising anyway.
I think so. I still think he'll. I mean, you'll see him in the lives, in other people's lives, and I'm sure he'll do something again in the future. But it's just sort of got all nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. It's the last couple of weeks, or the last couple of months. What's happened to Sparky? What's happened to Tyrone now? It's just getting worse and fucking worse and worse, man.
Right. Yeah, he's sort of running out of channels who to stick, to watch and listen to and stuff because it's just gone way too personal with a lot of stuff,
I know, and it makes you think you want to be fucking part of it.
I know, because most of us just come on and who just want to have a laugh and a giggle, or listen and just be normal, I think. But once it starts getting vile, it's not fun at all.
It's not good, is it? I think JJ's got the right idea. You're staying away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like you with JJ. I talk to him off camera, and I'll send him vids so he's got something to put up and whatever, and I'll send him some of these drone vids. Yeah, because it just gets too much in the end. It ain't worth it,
I know. Definitely not. Definitely
I mean,
not.
I hope
Back
JJ does some lives again in the future sometime, if he wants to,
Yeah, well, he's not saying he's going to stay off for it. I think he's done well the amount of time he stayed off, though.
Right. Yeah, because it's been a couple of months or more now. 3 months.
Yeah, definitely. Be about 3 months, I reckon, since he done a laugh, JJ.
Yeah. Yeah, because he normally used to have like a good laugh on there,
I know,
And then-
I know.
Then he started getting attacked by like bloody trolls and all that other junk,
Yeah, fucking some of these trolls are people who you wouldn't believe, Nomadic,
I can imagine.
They're amongst us, man.
Yeah, I got
Embedded-
one. I got one account. That's it. I don't know how people run with these 10, 15, 20, however many accounts they got.
Yeah, I've got 3, mate. I've got 3 accounts, mate. Well, I only use this one.
Yeah,
I've
no,
got
I
my
just
Take
got.
Now Money Back one, and I'm not going to say the other one because Nathan will ban it, and I need him not to ban it.
Yeah, I don't watch him.
I don't blame you. He's fucking mongoloid, man. Honest, he's mongoloided up.
Yeah, I mean it's just a handful like yourself and was JJ. Society at times I'll watch. I've just started getting to the point now where I ghost some things because I just if you see people in there that I mean there's a few people I don't get on with. I mean they're blocked. They can't see me. I can't be asked to, I just can't be asked.
I know what. It can't be done with all the fucking drama, man, isn't it? Nomadic, it's fucking pathetic. I haven't seen Park Chops for a couple of days. I hope he's alright. I'm going to message him now and say, I hope you're alright, bro.
Oh yeah, he's been quiet. Normally he
He
used
has,
to
hasn't he?
jump in. Maybe he's just been busy or something, or
Maybe he's. I'm going to text him now and say, I hope you're alright.
well, I say busy. I know he doesn't know what busy is, but I'm just saying. Maybe he's walked too many more times around his welding place. He's funny.
He is like, not just funny, he's funny looking as well. Nomad.
Oh, that's savage. Where's Frank today? He normally jumps on as well.
Yeah, he was on yesterday, prank, like. He was on yesterday, wasn't he?
Right. So if I say Frank, it should appear. No, but I can't get rid of this flipping. I've had a bug for about 4 weeks. I don't know what it was, but I just can't get it cleared off my chest. So when I get back on Tuesday, I'm just going to tell the doctor, just give me some antibiotics because I'm sick to death of all this over-the-counter stuff that's doing nothing apart from putting a hole in my pocket So
I know, isn't it?
price on that stuff over here is crazy.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, I mean America generally is expensive. But you know, you I suppose they work out because you earn more or whatever. But it's starting to get expensive. You go out somewhere to eat or you go shopping, it's you notice it now compared to what the rate, compared to what it was say 2, 3 years back.
Is it more expensive than Britain? Because Britain's.
I
Did you
mean,
know?
well, England. Don't forget, I haven't been there for 10 years, so I don't know what prices are like over there. But Christ, I mean, if you go to the Mexican, if you go out to a Mexican, me and the missus, um, nothing spectacular. Kiss goodbye to $120,
Bloody hell.
$140 at times. Um, yeah, I mean, going out, you notice more people now aren't there. You know, it's a lot more. The restaurants you go into are only like half full.
Yeah.
So it's starting to hit people. I mean, I know it's after Christmas and everybody's recovering from going credit card crazy.
I know.
But it just seems to be quieter, in these places.
Oh, Luna, man. Give a rest. Give a rest, Luna. Now, oi, David.
Hey, David.
Can't wait to get my new phone tomorrow.
Oh, my missus, she's put BritBox and all this other stuff on my iPad, so now I can watch all the British comedies shows, which is like
All
well
right,
handy. And I got Amazon and all the other ones that she had, so there's a ton of things to watch. But I like to watch all that stuff, like Del Boy and everything.
Yeah, you can't beat a bit of Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, it's funny. I like watching stuff like that. Because if I'm not on YouTube, I'm just watching Netflix. Not when I'm
Yeah.
driving, but just. But when I stop my 10-hour break and whatever.
Haven't you got Prime TV? Never. Prime's alright.
Yeah, I got that as well. Yeah, she's put that on my iPad. I've got Netflix, Prime, BritBox, and I think she put something else on there.
Disney. Maybe.
No, not Disney. But I mean, that's enough channels for me. I mean, like I said, it's on my 10-hour break. I'm supposed to be sleeping for 8 hours of that, so it's not exactly a lot I can watch in one go,
How far have you got to go now? Miles upon miles.
No, only 200.
So you won't do that today. Oh, will you? Yeah, your afternoon.
Yeah, it's only It's only about 3 hours away. I'm doing 75 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And it's just this road. It's 90 and then drop down on 79, so it's just motorway all the way.
Are you loaded?
No, I'm empty now because I got offloaded this morning at in upstate, right in the top by upstate New York. I got there last night because it was pouring down with snow, and I thought, no, I'm just going to get to the customer. I'll deal with the snow in the morning.
Can you
'Cause
tell the
I
difference?
didn't know I didn't know. What, when
Sorry,
you're
mate.
empty?
Yeah, can you tell the difference when you're driving?
Yeah, for definite. Yeah, because don't forget, I've just offloaded 23 tons of liquid.
Bloody hell.
So now I'm only, what am I now? 7 trucks, 20, so 34. I'm only about 17 tons now.
Right.
16 ton. And you can just bomb along.
Yeah.
This is about as fast as you want to go along here. This is a 65 mile an hour road, but the state troopers will let you go about 10 over. After that, they're going to come after you.
Are they?
Yeah.
Big
So-
time.
Yeah, I've not been nicked yet by a New York state trooper. I've been nicked by like a couple of Illinois ones and a couple of Georgian ones. Alabama. So, 2 Illinois, 2 Georgia, and 1 in Alabama.
They're probably not out in this weather anyway, mate.
They're not too bad. I saw one back there. it's normally when it's pouring down with snow or pouring down with rain, they don't like to come out of their cars, so you don't see a lot. And Sundays, for some reason, like way station are shut on Sundays because they seem to think nobody breaks the law on a Sunday, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So if you're overloaded, the best thing to do is drive on a Sunday because there's no coppers about. Certainly not in the
Well,
Midwest or up like that.
can do without the coppers, like, Nomad.
Yeah. Hey, look, there's a text stop up here. They got such a texting problem here, people driving and texting. This is New York. Now they've put text stops in, laybys. So you can just stop, do your text, and then drive again.
All right. Okay, now it's mad, isn't it?
They spent a fortune on this on 90 and 80. You'll see it up here. It's just a lay-by that they've converted the whole thing in so you can... You'll see the sign up here on the right, the blue sign. And it will say text stop.
Bloody hell. What will they think of next, eh? Is that the sound there?
Yeah, text stop. But they got them all the way along here. New York's gone crazy, and that's what it is. But most of us truckers, we just use it to stop. And it certainly doesn't stop the drivers on textings, because when you're driving along, you can look down, you'll see drivers holding the phone below the dashboard because they think nobody can see. But all of us truck drivers, we can see what's going on.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, they're pretty ruthless on it. If you get, I think, New York, if you get caught texting when you're driving, I think they lose your license straight away, I think, or get suspended immediately, I think.
Does it?
It's pretty, yeah, because texting over here is getting a bit silly. I mean, I use that like voice to text with my headset and stuff. So, but sometimes it comes out funny because it just either doesn't hear me properly or something like that, and I can't read it because I'm driving. So you just press send. And then when you look at later on, it's like a whole bunch of like double Dutch. You think,
It's because you've got a funny accent, you see, Nomadic. That's why. Doesn't understand Londoners.
I know, it gets a bit weird at times. But I don't know. That's all you can do. But you see people at night time, and you see the car lit up inside because they're on the phone. They just, I don't want to think. Or pickup trucks, they've got rear windows. You'll see the phones on the front. And see their fingers moving on stuff, and they're reading it and sliding through the screens.
Yeah, it's dangerous, like, isn't it? It's dangerous, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen a couple of truck drivers do it as well. You can always tell because they're swaying across the road.
yeah, it's not good, is it?
Because I've only ever come across one drunk truck driver. The rest of them was like texting, and I come across one who was falling asleep at the wheel. Christ. He's literally like just driving along because he's obviously doing dodgy stuff with Taco. It's obviously all just written on paper. And this guy was in Virginia somewhere, daylight hours, and he was just going all over the place, nearly taking out cars and stuff out. And I beat people to get out of the way, and I got up by the side of him. You can see him just like falling over his steering wheel and then looking at me, and his eyes are half shut, you know. And I'm beating the horn and I'm telling him to get off and whatever. He just wouldn't take any notice. He was still going, and I don't know. And then he would come over like towards me, and then over the other side. And I thought, well,
as well, it's bad enough in a car.
Yeah, you take out somebody with a semi truck, you're going to do a lot of damage to people and everything. So.
I know, yeah, you can just imagine, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, not good. Not good, mate. End up taking someone's life.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, it's yeah, you see a lot out here when you're driving. Lots of stupid driving, lots of crashes. What did I see coming up? There was 3 trucks in a pile up the other day. I can't remember whether I sent that one to. If I'll have to check, see if I sent that one to JJ.
Aye, Mark.
But there was like 3 trucks. I don't know how the hell that. Hey, Mark Super. I don't know how that happened. It's just but there was just 3 on the motorway piled into each other. One in the middle was a bit smashed up because it's like a small truck, but a semi truck on the front and a semi truck on the back. You know.
Ooh. The one on the
This is
back won't have
Angola.
well,
This is
like the one on the
Angola.
back. You should imagine the one on the back didn't have enough stopping distance.
Yeah, yeah. The second and third one just kept, just powered straight into it, and that's what happens. You'll see it sometimes. You're driving along, you'll see a crash in front of you where somebody's just put their brake on, the other person's not paying attention, way too close, and then bang, gets in there.
I wonder what they've got the cones out for. Oh, they're doing roadworks.
Yeah. Yeah, bugger doing that in this weather
I know.
because it's still below freeze now, and it's not going to get any warmer because now it's midday. It's just going to get colder.
Not good, man. Not good. I can't wait till the summer. Or
Nor can I.
Even spring would do.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the coldest. I keep hearing people say this is the coldest winter they've known here. It's definitely the
Yeah.
coldest winter I've known in 10 years being here.
Right.
I've never known it this cold and this amount of snow all over everywhere. Even Texas had snow the other day.
Yeah, did it? Texas.
Texas, Florida. Florida's the first snow they've had in 30 years,
Bloody hell.
35 years. So I don't know about burning up. I think we're going into the ice age.
Looks that way.
Hmm.
We got a bit of snow a couple of weeks ago.
I need to get.
Oh, we've lost you for a bit. No,
I'm
man.
told I need a gimbal.
A gimbal.
Yeah, I'm told I need a gimbal. Yeah, for those windscreen, because then it doesn't move or something. So I'm told
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
it
That's
stays
right.
those drums, so it can be going whatever, but it doesn't move the. It doesn't wobble or anything like that. And I read as well, it's best to put like red tape or something on your drone because birds attack it.
Yeah. They come. They do. As soon as you get your drone out, the bears will come and investigate.
Yeah, and they got some big birds over here.
I've never heard
Vultures
about-
and bloody eagles.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. Just pluck you. Just a nice big eagle. Just pluck your drone out the air.
I know. Yeah, I might need to watch for that. No, because if I can get some shots tomorrow in Virginia, there's one place I want to go to, which is a big scenic one where you can park, and you can see through the valleys and through the mountains and stuff like that. But you're up so high, you can also, when you look down, there's a hell of a drop.
Okay, Mel.
Yeah, latest Mel.
She's just saying she's starting the tea.
Oh. Yeah, because you'll be hungry.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
getting hungry.
you got hollow legs.
I know. I'm always hungry, me, Nomad.
I know. You must have worms or something.
I know, I must have. The amount of times I'm hungry. Hey, Nomad, I heard the other day that you were saying big up the Northerners, eh?
No, I wasn't. I heard Mel the other day say quietly in the background, "Big up the Londoners." I heard her whisper it. I did pick that up because she felt so like sad that nobody was helping me out. So I swear to God, she said that.
I'll ask her when I go down.
Mm.
She better not have though.
Well,
be
I don't want to say
disappointed.
anything.
I'd
Yeah,
be
you have to look back
disappointed
through your
if she
lives.
did. Have you ever heard the saying it's grim up north?
I've heard KLF say it.
Did you ever come up north when you were living in England, Nomadic?
I went to Chester because I had cousins in Chester.
Yeah, Chester's a nice
that-
part,
that-
part of the world.
Yeah, because they got that real smart old housing thing and the amphitheatre and stuff like that. But I mean, that was like bloody donkeys years ago. That was when Jesus, that was when Duran Duran was like big time.
Duran Duran. Go on, man.
I mean, now
Duran Duran.
they're all gits now, like me. So
Big up Duran Duran.
yeah, all that new romantic and ska stuff and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was only a youngster.
I'm just going back to Tyrone. I can't believe Tyrone's at the fucking. Well, he hasn't had to delete his channel, but it's fucking sad that some of the lengths people go to on this YouTube, like.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that think they know yourself better than they do. You know, better than you do, rather.
I
I've had that
know.
done to me, not the Christmas just gone, but the Christmas prior, you know. And that's when you just start staying off, because I can't be asked listening to people that don't even know me. And yet suddenly, oh, you know, watch this guy and watch. It's like, that's crazy.
I
You don't get that over here on the American truck channels.
know. It can be mad. This
Hmm.
the immunity, like, can be mad.
Yeah, because like I say, you know, there's other ones where people complain, you know, that I've got the screen on. I don't have to have. I mean, if I always say to the like the host, if you don't want the screen on, I can easily turn it off. I just sometimes people just want to see what I can see. You know, it's not doing anything. But
Oh, I
you know,
think
some
people.
people,
I think some people just like them more for the sake of mourning, nomadic.
I think so. Yeah, they get too invested into everybody's stuff, you know. And
I
I
don't
just let
think
it
I
go.
could. I
Hmm?
don't think I could live in London now, but Max Super. It's Kakapo, man. It's big up the Northerners.
Now, when I was in London, that's when it was like, I mean, we're talking. I was born in London in Wimbledon, and then we left London when I was about nine or 10, something like that. But we lived in like we lived in Kennington, and Kennington then was not a nice place, you know.
Kennington, yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, you could look over the side at night and watch people's cars being torched or jacked up and their wheels nicked and stuff like that. And you just didn't go out when it got dark because we lived in the flats there. And if you look at the flats, a lot of them are very. I mean, they're all over London. They have like that Victorian, where they got the big long balconies that you walk past the doors, and they got the railings every now and
Yeah.
then, so you could look through the railings. Yeah, we lived in one of those things. We even got
Big up
turned over by.
Sparky.
We even got turned over by a next door neighbour.
I know the mad old days, huh?
Uh-huh.
Sparky, have you
Was that-
heard about Tyrone? He's been doxed and deleted. Well, I reckon he'll have hit his channel. I don't think he's deleted it. Well, he could have deleted it for all I know.
Hey, Sparky. No, I think Di said that she had gone to look at something and it says account closed
Right.
or something. I could be wrong. I don't know how, you know, but I mean, it's definitely not on my screen anymore.
He's not a man now, man.
So, yeah, maybe he's just, you know, wants some time away from everything and just, like I said, I don't think I've seen him in the chats yet. I don't think, but I'm not in a lot of them, so I don't know. There's a lot more people follow a lot more channels, so a lot of the channels I don't know.
Like he said, good to see you, Nomad.
Appreciate that, sir.
He also said, big up the Northerners.
Bet he didn't. I bet he didn't. I wager he said big up the Londoners with a huge L at the beginning.
Big up the Northerners.
Yeah,
What kind of truck's that, Nomad?
same as mine. The one I'm just going past is a Freightliner.
Is it?
Freightliners are the most common truck out here now because it's just a big. It's like the Ford Transit. It's just the most popular workhorse, you know.
Right.
We even got the Ford Transits over here,
Can't
which is
beat
always
the Ford
funny
Transit.
when you're driving along and you suddenly see a Ford Transit.
You can't beat the Ford Transit, man.
That's another Cascadia. This one on the right.
Semi-truck.
Yeah, if you say lorry to them out here, they just look at you in a odd way. Like, what are you talking about?
What about if you say Arctic?
Nope, they don't recognise that either. I'm not sure about the Canadians, but the Americans don't recognise these as Arctics. They'll probably think of the snow up, you know, Antarctica. That's a day cab Cascadia.
Oh yeah, so there's no bed in that.
Uh-huh. And that's a slow-ass Subaru in front.
I like Subarus, mate.
Yeah, I see some of the I mean, the Imprezas, I mean, they were like the old, well, boyish thing years back, but now over here, you don't see too many of them. And they really didn't grasp, like, beefing up the engines on top of what they already were done over here. And you get the silly Berks with the bloody noisy exhaust on a car that does, you know, like a 1 litre or something. Well, no, they don't have 1 litres here. Like, you'll get like a 2 litre car and they'll have the noisiest exhaust and it goes like a brick. You just think, oh, God. I know what that bloke's problem is.
We have some big engines over in America, like, don't they?
Yeah, I think the Chargers and Challengers, they're 5.7.
You know what I mean? Wow.
Mine's a 5 litre. This truck's a 14 litre.
14 litre.
But yeah, you'll get, I mean, some of those, what's that bloody Challenger? The, like, Demon or something like that. That thing, I think, is right up there, about 1,000 horsepower. Because Challengers and Chargers are really popular, you know, really, well, popular, common over here. They're running out of ideas. I did see one of the electric Challengers the other day. That was weird.
Electric one, yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing out an electric range of Challengers, which is, and they've actually got something on there to give it some sort of sound, because obviously an electric car you can't hear.
I know exactly.
But when you buy, I'd light myself up rather than buy an electric Challenger. That's defeating the object. If you're going to buy a muscle car, you're going to buy it with the biggest sod-off engine you can get your mitts on. You know, because fuel is cheap here. You know.
How fast have you had out with your Range Rover?
I've took the foot off about 110. That's enough, because that feels like you. But she's supposed to be good for a ton 55. I wouldn't want to go a ton 55 because it feels light. Once you get up that speed, I mean, the steering is so responsive. And if you, I sort of wiggled it one time and that just freaked me out because I was doing about 105, 110. And I moved the steering a little bit too much and it wiggled. And I thought, oh my God. Took the foot straight off the accelerator.
Yeah,
but you get a lot of these street races out, you know, out in Atlanta, out in Chicago. They'll just, Atlanta's one of the worst ones. They'll shut down roads quickly, do a quick race before they know the police are coming. And then they just disperse everywhere. But they'll do, it's like when you go past the airport, you'll see some huge donut marks on the main interstate where they've shut the road down and they got their motorbikes, they got flipping everything. They're just doing huge wheel spins everywhere for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then they quickly disperse because then the state troopers are coming. And if they're coming, they're going to kick your ass. You know?
Yeah.
They ain't going to take no prisoners, you know.
So is the trooper just for traffic, Nomadic?
State troopers run the roads. Yeah, they're that sort of thing. Whereas sheriff's office or what's the other name? I mean, they got so many types of police force there. They got school police force. They got the trained police force. They got. It's a very security country. You know, it's all about security.
They've got the post office police force as well.
I don't know about the post office. I know that they sometimes will have unmarked police cars following the postal vans or whatever trucks, because sometimes it might be some high value on there. So you're, and I think it's quite a. I think if you actually break into, you know, get into one of these, there's quite an offence.
Yeah.
It's quite serious. You know, it's a major federal one for starters, which means you can kiss goodbye to 20 years already.
Yeah.
So, but I know that it's quite a drastic one. And they still got like the old armoured cars over here for moving money, you know. I don't know what it's like in England now, because I thought it was being, because I mean, like you would think with all the credit cards and debit cards and stuff, money is like a dying thing, isn't it? But
yeah.
You still get some serious armoured cars out here. That
they've still got the money trucks and that, like.
Yeah. because I just don't carry cash. I think whenever I've had cash on me, I've ended up literally giving it to somebody because it just stays in my truck, and you never spend it because you're always just using a debit card. You
I
know,
know.
just convenience.
I know, it's true.
And
It's
if you got,
very rare you go in the shop now and you see someone paying with cash.
hmm yeah, it's just weird. You wouldn't sort of think about it like before. You know, going back years and years, it was all about cash in your hand and money under your bloody mattress and stuff like that. You know.
I know. Yeah, it's all this contactless bullshit now.
I know. I started doing that now. It's weird. I've done it by mistake a few weeks back. I went to sort of put my card into the thing, and it went ding. And I thought, oh, okay, and it just said approved. So then I realised my debit card is one of those. So now I feel like I'm getting high tech because now I start blipping the bloody thing.
Yeah, I think money you'll be getting took out of circulation soon, man. Next few years.
Yeah, it's like that crypto stuff. I mean, I don't mess with that crypto stuff. The missus has got stuff in that crypto, but I just don't get it. You know, I'm just too old in the tooth. You know, I'm good with what I got. I don't want to get into all that stuff. You know.
Yeah, you can lose, can you, as well?
hmm Yeah, because I had a friend that got into, which one was it? Not the Bitcoin, but they obviously do like other ones. And there was one he got into, and he absolutely lost his ass. He done like, I think he spent about $3,000 or something like that, and then a few days later he was like he was like negative compared to where he was, you know. And he sat on it for about 6 months, I think, hoping it would recover, and in the end he just gave up and just he got some of his money back, but he just never did that again because it's got
Yeah.
massive fluctuations, and that just freaks people. I mean,
Yeah.
gold is weird at the moment. Have you seen the price of gold?
Gold
Oh
sky
my!
high at the minute.
I've never seen it that high before. I always used to remember when it was like about $1,700 like dollars for an ounce, and now it's at $2,700 an ounce or $2,800, something stupid like that.
Yeah, it
So
is
yeah,
sky high. It's been sky high for months over here.
right. Yeah, I might have to throw the truck in and go up to the Klondike and start get out there with a little bucket and stuff. Do that one. That sounds like it's a lot more easier to make money there.
It's a risk, isn't it? It's a risk with anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this. I've got to take this truck back in. I've got to put 2 new filters in on that. This stupid DEF system on these trucks. I don't know.
Alright.
Do you have DEF over there? Like all that?
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
it wasn't there 10 years ago when I left England. They didn't have DEF. But now, obviously, like all the vehicles here, apart from emergency military, are all DEF,
Yeah.
and they won't
It's
put them on
over here.
emergency vehicles or military because it's too unreliable. So they're exempt from it. So when you see a
Right.
tank
Okay.
putting all that crap into the air, that's a straight through. But no, I got to put 2 filters in there. They're about $2,500 for 2 stupid filters.
Is it?
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, some of them will like clean them and rebake them and do all this other stuff, but it ain't worth the hassle because they're so weak anyway. That's why I've got 2 lights on. I've got an engine light on and a check light. The truck
Right.
should be derating. If it was anything else, it would be derating. It'd be just driving at 55 miles an hour. But I do have a computer on anywhere, so I can knock out stuff. Anything that restricts me, I can knock it out with the truck computer that I've got. But I've only got to do about another couple of thousand miles, then I'll be back in Atlanta, and then she's having new filters and stuff. And I've got to drop the car off at the service thing because they just rang me again. I was supposed to go there when I was off, but it didn't work out for me. So I said I'll bring it back when I am next time in the air, and they'll just have to keep the car there for 2 weeks or something. Because I'm starting to take a lot more time off now. because
I
now
know,
I can
yeah.
do that.
Spend time with the missus.
Yeah, yeah. So it's sort of like I'm coming through at weekends, and then I'm taking off like days during the week and stuff like that. So I'm not running like I used to do because I don't need to.
Yeah, I get you, I get you.
And then my mum might be coming over here now. She's saying she's
What, coming
interested
over
in.
to visit?
Well, she's thinking about coming over here to live because I can vouch for her now because I've got U.S. citizenship
Right, yeah.
and she's retired. So, and I know I mean, she'd enjoy it. She's been to Texas. She stayed at Texas for a while with my brother Steve before he went back to England. But heck, she comes over, great. I ain't seen her for all those years. I see her on video chat, but it's not the same. So now I'm holding fire a minute because she might be coming over here, and then I've just got to put her through immigration. But she'll be able to come here legally.
Go on.
And she can just come and live with us, which was the missus' suggestion anyway. So
Yeah, you were saying you were going to buy an house and that somewhere, man.
yeah, it's going to be in the next about the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Yep. So then I'd finally be back to having my own life of everything, my house, my car, my truck, my business, and just correct whatever, what happened before. so now I'd just be, I don't know, but that's why I worked so hard to just generate as much cash as I could, even before coming to the community, just through everything. So I just kept running all the time, and it managed to correct everything that was screwed up,
Yeah.
and now I can smile. Now
So
I can be happy.
you've decided where you're going to buy your house at then?
Going to stay in Georgia, but I'm just going to be Lawrenceville or something like that, which is about 30 miles outside of Atlanta. Atlanta's okay in the day, but at night time it's just mental, and the traffic is mental.
Right.
And I like going to places in Atlanta, but I like coming away from it. I like the quiet, which sounds weird. I know I'm on my own a fair bit in the truck, but sometimes it's just nice to get out, go and sit on your back porch in a chair and just listen to the birds and just normal fresh air coming past,
Yeah, no.
And it'll just be great going be able to just go back home again because I like doing decorating, I like doing tiling, building, everything, so I can do the house up the way I want it. The only I don't do is electrics. I get
Don't
somebody
you
else
think
to do
you'll buy
that.
another truck, Nomad?
No, this one was going to be a one and done. That's why I put a new motor in it, because this will take me. I've probably got 57, 1, 2, 3. I've probably got about 3 to 4 years left in driving, and then I'm done. I'll either keep the truck and just work a week a month for Schneider, or I'll just get a local job Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
and just enjoy, because we're never guaranteed tomorrow. So I just want to live as many todays as I can,
Yeah, I get you.
And if you got nothing to pay for, then how much do you really need to earn,
Could never have too much money though, Nomadic.
No, I mean, don't forget, I'll be able to draw on pensions and stuff. So it's, because I'll be old enough to claim my pension.
Yeah.
I've got obviously I got the British state pension, and then the pension here, whichever they call it, and a private pension. So I should be good. I mean, I know a lot of people here, to be honest. I see a lot of people. If you go to like Home Depot, which is like B&Q, places like that, you see a lot of older people working there because it's money just to keep going. Like I said, it's not as if you need lots of money, but I don't want to retire and just be sat somewhere, all day, every day, because You know, that happened to my mum and she hated it. The first 2 weeks she said she loved it, being retired. After that, she's hated it.
Yeah.
So I want to keep my, you know, like I say, I don't want to keep with this lot and work 1 week a month just to keep my old contract. And a lot less drag on this truck then, because the truck, crikey, be doing about 3,000 miles a month, you know, 36,000, whereas at the moment I'm doing 150, 160,000 miles a month, a year.
Wow.
So she would slow right down. So the cost of running it is going to go way, way down. Yeah, I just don't want a new truck because it's too. That's crazy now. In this time, it's $1,200-$1,300 a week for a truck.
Is
Then
it?
fuel, then insurance. Yeah. So if you're looking to make about, God, if you did about $5,000 in turnover, you're still going to be paying out about 2,700 for starters. Just as all that overhead is gone. Then you got the tax to come off that, and then you got your own. You got to pay for your own healthcare if you're like me, because I'm self-employed.
Yeah.
That's why so many people want to be company drivers, because they don't want the hassle of the truck, the everything. They just want a wage, and the company to pay for their healthcare and whatever, you know.
Right.
But I like doing this because I don't get told what to do or where I'm going or anything. I just do what I want to do, you know, and get paid for it. So I like that way. Yeah, the first few years wasn't, because I was paying for everything still, but now I don't. I don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, because you were working for them at first, weren't you?
Yeah, I did 6 months as a company driver with them, but then I went self-employed. But then I had 4.5 years of buying this truck, because you pay it over 3 years and then you get a balloon payment, which I know we're going back a few years now, but there was a balloon payment. So they financed that over about 16 months, 15 months.
Right.
And then she was paid for. But the newer trucks are just stupid money, because everything's gone up, you know.
I can imagine, like.
Yeah, because this was 110 years ago. I'm talking about, this was like 100 and, I'm thinking it was 160, 170, something like that, which was a lot of money then, dollars, you know, a lot of money then. But now they're about 220, 230, and they can go way above it. Yeah, they can go up to 350. Some of those big fancy long nose ones with all the extras, and it's mental. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. That's just beyond me. All that money into a truck, you know.
You what, Mal? Well, what you
warming
telling
up.
me now? Well, it's not ready. Okay, Mal. Whatever. Okay, whatever. Mad. Some people are mad.
It's 3 degrees now, so it's definitely warming up.
Oh yeah, that's a. What was it when you first come on? Minus what?
About, I think it was like -6, something like that, -7.
Bloody hell.
So it's like a summer's day outside now.
Madness there.
I
don't like the cold, mate. Like, I'd rather be in hot weather than cold.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. I like hot weather. I like the beach, stuff like that.
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it, Nomadic?
Yeah, especially walk along, because there's a, I think another couple of months, and there's a place called Jacko Island, which is only about a 5-hour drive, 4-hour drive. That's a huge. It's an island, so you can walk around, literally walk around the whole thing. And that's dark sand, because that's the Atlantic side. So the water's darker. It's not clear water, but it's just nice to walk. You know, walk along a beach, just walking along a beach, you know, seeing what's on the beach itself.
Yeah, go on.
you get some guys out there with, you know, all their bloody gut fishing rods or fishing nets and stuff like that, and they will catch some. I remember seeing some guys out there one day like holding a big net. They both had like one end and the other guy had the other end, and they were just sort of like about 20 feet apart walking along, and then they suddenly turned to walk towards the beach and see what they caught, and one of them caught a flipping little baby shark thing.
Oh, yeah.
It must have only been about I say about 2 foot. It was about 2 foot, 18 inches. But you can see it just looked like a mini Jaws. You know,
Yeah.
God, I thought, yeah, you can pick that sod out. You can take that back out. But you're, you know, as soon as you're walking along in that water, you don't know what's below you. So it's kind of. And when you see dolphins and you see their fins in front of you going off the water, I think that most of us were like just freaked out when we all went as youngsters to watch Jaws at the cinema.
Yeah.
I think it scarred us for life. You know? That's a Challenger there. Can you see it?
What, the white one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a Tesla on the top. Yeah, I like the Challengers, but it's just a lot of them.
What about the
You know?
Tesla? I don't like them Teslas, mate.
No, I was watching I mean, Teslas are just they're so expensive over here. I know that much. I was watching a thing on YouTube yesterday, I think it is, about all these, like, there was a guy who put down a £4,000 deposit in England for one of the special roadsters that they were advertising in 2018. They were told they'd be delivering them on 2021, and he's still waiting. He can't get a refund out of them. And then they started looking at all these things where you put down deposits, and it seems that Tesla is sat on about quite a few £100 million of just deposits that they haven't returned, and they still haven't even produced vehicles. So then they can lend themselves cheap money. They can invest it. That's all they're doing. They keep investing it into the company. It's just a Swiss, because I mean, we're still waiting for the semi trucks. I think probably Schneider will probably cancel them if they haven't already cancelled them. Because that's been 7-8 years they've been waiting for those things.
Madness.
And there's no infrastructure for semi truck electric ones here. They can only do like a minimal run, so they have to stay local. That's why they can't come out with trucks like this with beds in the back or anything, because they haven't designed one that can do that huge length of drive, like 600 or 700 miles or whatever, loaded.
Yeah.
And the charging and stuff like that, it's just doesn't work, you know. I can fill my truck up in 6 or 7 minutes, you know. And I can imagine these greasy ass truckers getting in a set two over because they can't charge their truck up quick enough. Be like the Wild West, there'd be shootouts and everything.
Yeah. Everything's going electric now, isn't it?
Well, I know there was a big car company over here, Hertz or somebody. They invested like millions into like hundreds of Teslas, maybe thousands of Teslas. It was a huge thing, and they were saying that this was going to be the thing of the future. And now they just sold them all off because it's not working.
Right.
So, and then I think Tesla just come out with their figures yesterday, and this is the first time they didn't beat their own figures. They were down on figures now. Because I think that bubble's burst, you know?
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a funny guy, that Elon Musk. He was doing okay until he got himself wrapped up in politics and setting himself up for even more help.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't mind
stuff.
being a dollar behind him, no, man.
Yeah, because he's worth like something stupid now, like $400 billion.
I know.
What do you do with $400 billion? there's nothing you couldn't dream of. But I mean, it's just unrealistic. Doesn't make any sense to me having that amount of money.
Oh, I'd give it
There's
a
a lot.
good go. Spending it.
I mean, a lot of the billionaires over here are like philanthropic things. They're giving away their money and stuff out, but he's the only one that I don't believe he's giving any money away, and he doesn't talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And seeing him with Trump, I mean, Trump is, well, they don't really know how much Trump's worth because he never filled out anything. He kept saying the IRS were auditing him. So that's why he was the first president that didn't have to produce his finances, everything else out like they're supposed to. Yeah, he looks a bit small now. When you got Elon Musk stood there as the world's richest man,
I know.
it's almost like he's going to use Trump as a puppet,
Yeah.
Because
I
Trump
wouldn't
was
mind.
supposed to stop that Ukrainian war on day one, but I think we're a couple of weeks in now.
Mad what's happened in Washington today, innit?
It's what?
Mad what's happened in Washington today.
What's happened there today then?
That Black Hawk Down crashed into the.
Oh, that was last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Torbs was saying about that earlier. Yeah, it was 3 military guys on a training exercise, and they took out that plane that had, like a mid-sized plane that had about 60 people on board, with no survivors.
I know.
Found half of them I think like half of them so far. One soldier and 29 civilians,
Crazy. How can the helicopter not see a big plane? Or
I have no idea. You can even see it because the camera catches it from
yeah, I've seen that. I just
Reagan.
want-
I
I'm
mean,
glad
Christ.
that could happen.
I know, because you would think they would have all things on it saying, like you're too close to something or whatever, or
Yeah. Sensors.
even, or even if they had night
Night
vision.
Have all this like super duper radar things and everything, shouldn't they?
hmm Yeah, because over there you got it's not Quantico over that way. There's a few big bases out that way. That's generally where like Air Force One lands out that way, and then they fly the president in from there straight into the White House.
Yeah.
I think there's more to it than met the eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's going to be a lot of people talking about it because, like you say, how on earth two things that come into contact? It doesn't make any sense,
On that video, you've seen another plane taking off as well. So if two like massive like people carry planes and avoid each other, why the hell can't a helicopter that's got more maneuverability avoid a massive plane?
Well, this is one of those like mid-sized planes. It's about the size of a. I think it was literally. That was about as many as it could take. Was 60. It's like one of those Douglas DC things. I've been on them. They're only smallish. They're not a normal size. They're smaller than a 737. But they can still take some people. Well, obviously this one did.
And they
But
all
yeah.
have lights on at that time of the night, don't they?
Yeah.
hmm
They have flashing beacons.
They got everything. It just doesn't make sense, No, I think there's going to be a lot of big inquiry into that one. A big one.
There was some Russian Olympic figure skaters on there as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that, Mr. Torbs? Because I can hear every bite you're taking.
Can you?
Yes.
I'm eating fish and chips.
God, I wish I had proper bloody fish and chips.
From the freezer. Not
Just one from the freezer, not from the fish shop.
Oh. Well, I wish they had a fish and I tell you, if you had a fish and chip shop over here, it would go down it would go down really well over here, I think. Because people buy America's idea of fish and chips, but it's not our idea of fish and chips, you know.
It's like homemade turkey chips and that lot. Just
Yeah.
frozen from the freezer.
No, man, I think that you were saying big up the Londoners the other day.
No. I always say big up the Northerners.
Big up the Northerners.
I'm Northern myself.
So why are you saying big up the Londoners?
Probably to annoy you if I did. But I don't think I did.
You got to watch her, Mr. Torbs, because your missus, when she says big up the Northerners, she's normally got her fingers crossed or her legs crossed. So it's one of the two. You got to watch. That means no. That's a fib.
See you later, Sparky.
Bye, Sparky.
Bye, Sparky.
It's Pennsylvania.
It's free comments up, so I don't know if we've already missed him, like. Big up the Northerners, nomadic.
Yeah.
What's that? Get it. Done.
Like I said, I'll self-combust before I say that. So- Paul Dunn keeps trying to say big up the Londoners. He slips up at the last moment, really, but I know he's honestly trying to say big up the Londoners. So
What do you reckon of Bulbers? You don't have to say if you don't want to.
I don't care for the guy.
Yeah. Oh, you've had running with him, haven't you?
Yeah, because he just jumped on a live one night that me, Ulick, Mr. D, and Jay were on. We were all talking, and suddenly he jumps in. This is the first time I come across this pillock. Starts telling, you know, about me and Ulick being traitors to England, and we don't pay our tax and all that. And I thought, who the f***'s this? So ever since then, I just find him not, you know, he's just an ass. He just gets involved in things and always, and if he starts to lose a battle, the first thing he says is, "Oh, you don't like the Irish," or you got a problem with the Irish. He starts trying to drag everybody in when he doesn't speak for the Irish community. He just gets involved in stuff that he just should shut up, and rather than keep saying, "Oh, it's all about free speech and stuff like that," just listen to the poison he bloody spits out.
I know he's a prat.
Because the last set two I had with him was on Laura's a few months back, 2 months back, something like that. And I kept blocking because he was getting, I ain't going to get into it, but he was getting so deep and stuff. He's so completely different to what I think of. And like I say, he just doesn't want the world to move on. He wants to keep dragging us back to the, you know, to the bad times and whatever. And we don't. We've all moved on and we're all getting on fine and everything else is good. But he's one of those people that wants to drag you back there and then tries to drag everybody else in and say, you know, I want you to say this. He was doing it the other day to Michelle, saying, you know, I want you to stand up and say this. He ought to shut up. Speak for himself. Don't speak for others, you know?
Yeah.
And I just can't deal with the bloke, you know?
I know. He's always going at someone as well.
Yeah, and he gets into the chats, and then he has the audacity to come up on a panel, you know, and like he keeps popping at different people, but then watch him in the chat. Because I've had him blocked all this time because I don't want to speak to him. I don't want to see what he's saying or anything. I went through my block list the other day, and I must have unblocked him because yesterday I suddenly saw him in somewhere. Jamie's channel. So I need to stop later on and block him again because I don't want to. We got nothing to talk about. There's nothing to say.
Yeah, I get you, nomadic. I get you.
Because he come up on, I think, on Laura's the other day when I was on. I say the other day. I mean, it's terminology, but the last 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. The first words I said to Laura was, "Oh, I'm, you know." Hello, Laura. I know you like the Irish, and I thought, you arsehole. I just kept my mouth shut. I thought, I'm not saying a word because I'm not even going to react.
Yeah, in there.
I just thought you arse,
It's not work.
I'm sorry if there's anybody in the chat that gets on fire with them. I just personally don't, I just personally don't.
No one that gets on with him. Only one person. Only one person that gets on with him. You know.
I don't know, but he just as long as he stays away from me and then I stay away from him, it just works because there's nothing to be said,
Yeah, I get you, know, man. I get you. He's a clown.
I don't have
man.
many people. He's something. He's definitely something.
Definitely a clown.
I don't think you can see across the water, but that's Canada across.
Is it?
I don't think you can see it. I don't know if you can zoom in.
Can't
that's
see no
Canada and-
water.
No. Oh, but that's water. That's water. Behind these trees is water. That's the
Right.
sea between us and Canada, and you can
Right.
see parts of Canada
Okay.
because I'm right up in the north.
Yeah, traveling. Are you traveling south now, or?
Well, I'm going to Pennsylvania, which now is only.
I'll come down there.
Then I'm going sideways over to West Virginia. Then I go south. Then I go back up
Right.
to Ohio. Then I'll be back in Atlanta on Tuesday. Then I'm off for 2 or 3 days again.
Off for 2 or 3 days. Having a couple of days off, yeah.
Yeah, truck's going in for those filters. Then I'm just going to take another couple of days off.
Right.
And I don't know whether to go out on the 6th or the 7th yet. I'm just looking at what loads and what I want to do, I'm just trying to stay out sort of like 7 to 10 days tops and then go back home again.
Yeah, spend some time with the missus.
Yeah, and just try and get some sort of normality, which that way then I think it's because this is a good job. 99.9% of the time, this is a good job because I get to see all over the place and I get to do all different things and whatever, But when you're out there permanently, like for a couple of months and whatever, it just gets very repetitive and you think, I'm getting fed up with this, And I know I shouldn't. I should be thankful for what I got. And I have a good life, Believe it or not, I have a good life, And sometimes I just need to kick myself and remind myself, I've got a good life.
You put some miles in, like, Norman, don't you?
Yeah, because it's just because of what happened with a divorce and stuff like that. You're trying to recover at a rapid speed because of I don't want to be 65 and still with a mortgage and stuff like that. I want it just done within 4 years and then I'm good,
Yeah.
So, and the business owes nothing. Car doesn't owe me anything. Then I got the house, and then my taxes have just been being done in the next 2 weeks. I'm good then, and then I'll be where I should be at 61, 62. With a house and no mortgage and stuff like that, which is where you want to be. Then you can start slowing the hell down completely.
Well, aye.
But it'd be nice to see a lot more of this country rather than seeing this country at 75 miles an hour. It would be better if I could, because like she wants to come out in the next month or so. She wants to come out for like a week at a time and whatever, which, because believe it or not, a lot of Americans generally don't leave their states. So they really
Right.
don't know what the rest of America is like.
Right.
And I've seen more of this country than she's ever seen. And then she
Yeah.
was saying, well, she'd like to go back up towards New York and Niagara and stuff like that, which you can do that because I go past them. When I book loads, I can dictate where I'm going to go. And we can go to these places, In
Yeah,
between, I just like drag it out the delivery or whatever.
Yeah, why
It'll be
not?
fun. But I do want to go back like towards Florida a lot because I like going to the Florida beaches.
So can your missus talk like me then, Nomadic?
Can I what?
Can your missus talk like me? Because she was trying to practice my accent once.
She does. She copies you. She was copying Hammers the other day. She does a really good job. She's from Cali.
California, yeah.
she can really do great accents of you lot.
Can she?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she's got all that northern thing to a T, and then Hammers. Hammers was funny because, like, obviously he's a real Londoner, isn't he?
Yeah.
And she's laughing, and then she suddenly, I'm sat there watching the TV, and she was listening. We had it like on in the background, and then she starts talking. I just start pissing myself because she's copying you lot. It's just funny hearing an American talk, like, because she prefers the British culture because she's been there years before.
Right.
She was in like she was in the church, a Christian church, and she came over and she's doing a different thing. She's not a churchy person now, but she's, you know, each to their own. But they would come over to London and do work in London, you know, helping out like with charity stuff, things like that. So she got to start seeing London, and she loves all London and things like that. And she prefers our food than she does this food because she's tasted British food and stuff. So whenever we go out, she's the one that I'm normally asking for that, like fish and chips or whatever. It's just funny, you know, just being with somebody that's got our sense of humor as well. And I
Right.
don't have to explain myself. Like if I say a joke now, I don't have to explain it because she gets it.
Go on. Yeah. Because she's been over here.
Yeah. Plus she's just such that she's the one that watches BritBox. She's put BritBox on my iPad because that's all British comedy. She watches all that stuff, you know.
Right.
But it's just weird. Sorry.
Mr. Tarp just saying take care to David. I think we've missed him, man. I think
Oh.
he's been out well.
But it's just weird when she starts talking in, I don't know if you've heard like a Californian person talk. I always think that Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Hey dude, because she says like dude and stuff like that, even though she's slightly older than me, but she still says things like dude or totally. It's weird. I start laughing and then I automatically think of Wayne's World. Can't help it.
How far have you got to go now, Nomad?
130 miles.
130 mile.
Uh-huh.
What
Which
you
is
doing?
up
Just
here.
putting the trailer off today.
No, I'm dropping this one off, going about 30 miles down the road and picking up another loaded one. Then hopefully get to the customer in Virginia tonight because they allow you to park there overnight. And then I'll crawl around to where I get offloaded. Then I don't have to start my clock in the morning until they finished offloading me, and then I'll turn my clock on. Then 5 hours down to Charlotte in North Carolina. Then across to South Carolina to pick up another loaded one, then up to Ohio again. Then back south to Atlanta.
How far's Atlanta now?
How far's what?
How far are you from Atlanta now?
Oh Christ, Atlanta's about 900 miles away.
Is it?
Yeah, because I got to go 130 miles to drop this one off, 30 miles to go and get the loaded, 224 miles to the customer in Virginia, then 350 miles back down to Charlotte, 100 miles over to South Carolina, 620 miles up to Ohio,
Bloody hell.
then 695 miles back down to Atlanta,
Bloody hell.
which I'll be there Tuesday.
Some miles that like, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a lot of it is like this. It's just interstate, you know.
Yeah. Just foot to the metal and gone.
Hmm?
Just foot to the floor and gone, eh? When you're on the motorway.
Yeah, as long as you ain't got some muppets like this in front that slow you down.
Yeah.
And half that running around I'm going to be doing, my trailer will be empty. So the only time I'm
Right.
loaded is going to Virginia, like 240 odd miles. That's loaded. And then from South Carolina up to Ohio, which was 600 and something, that's loaded. The rest of it's empty. So you can hurtle along through the mountains, which is why I did it. I wanted to go from Virginia through the only time I go through the mountains, I've got to be empty or only half loaded. I ain't taking no full loads through the mountains because it's a horrible drive. because
Right, I
it's
get
just
that.
rolling around, throwing you about, and it's heavy. So you're like crawling up the mountains, and I don't like it. So that way, then I can just be I can zoom through the mountains.
What you having for tea, Nomad?
I've got some soups on there. I'm just trying to cut down out of soups and things. I'm gonna start doing
Right.
that for a minute.
What happened to the meat? When you doing meat only diet?
Yeah, but that went out the window over Christmas because.
Mm.
So now I'm just back down to I want to just try and stay on soup for as much as I can. But I probably will go back to steaks. Just steaks. I do like steaks, you know.
Yeah, you can't beat the steak, mate.
Yeah, and I don't know how much you pay for steaks over there, but steaks here, if you go out, it's expensive. But if you go to like Walmart, because that's one of the few places that will let a semi truck in its car park, so you're limited where you can go shopping if you're on the road. I mean, the average steak I pick up, like T-bones and stuff like that, they're like about $10.
Yeah.
You pay for those sort of things in Outbacks or what's the other one? There's a couple of big beef plates. They're like $30, and then everything else is on, you know. So they are steaks like from there are cheap. I'm told Costco's even cheaper. And next
Right.
month I get my voucher from there because I used a Costco credit card to pay for everything, and then I pay that off every Friday, so I don't actually own anything or owe anything rather. But they owe me nearly $400 in vouchers now. So I know where I'll be going next month with that voucher. I'll be going to Costco and get whatever I bloody need, and just it's all on them.
Can't be bad, eh?
Yeah, you just got to make sure you pay it off before anything goes on. So that's why I say I pay it off every Friday,
Right, I get you.
so there's no interest. And I'm sure they might start getting funny about that because that's costing them now, because they're paying me to use their card. So, and it shouldn't be. It's supposed to be the other way around, you know.
Yeah, there's not many Costco's are very far and few between in England.
There's one in Newcastle.
There's one in Manchester.
One in Leeds, I think.
We passed the one in Manchester a few times.
But no, there's one
Cost-
in Newcastle.
Yeah, Costco's are everywhere here. There's a load of them, and they're like,
Yeah, you need a card, don't you, to go and shop there?
yeah, I got the business card for it. You got like the business card, which is the membership for the year, which you can claim that back, and then you show them that to go in. Then I have a Citibank Costco credit card, and you get up to 4% on. I mean, 4%, 3%, 2%, 1% on everything, like
Right.
fuel, whatever you use it. But like I say, as long as you pay it off every Friday, so you don't owe them any money, they end up paying you money, and it's just a
Right.
good feeling that the bank has to pay you money.
How are you up, Chris? And tell me what you mean. Chris writes in the chat, he said, Torbs, UK get photo of you on UK YouTube, and it's 15 people photo on it too. I don't know what you mean, Chris. Are we up?
Jump up,
Yeah,
Chris,
you
you tart.
gambling?
Chris is a tart. He's the guy that's. Come on, Chris, you tart. Get up here.
Yeah, I don't mind Chris. He's all right, isn't he, Chris?
He's harmless.
Yeah, he's not a bad lad. He is.
Uh-oh.
Chris,
You right?
Hey,
how you,
Chris.
mate? What you saying?
UK is going live in a few days' time, and she's got my picture on there, and she's got your picture on too, and some I think she's got gamers picture on, and she's got a few people on.
Oh, UK lady.
Yeah, she's going to talk. Well, I think she's going to talk about you with your picture.
Oh, well, let her talk about me, mate.
Yeah, she's got your picture on.
She's mad, isn't she, Chris?
Yeah,
Have you
I've
heard-
seen yeah, it's not fair having my picture on on her channel and yours.
I know, mate. She's mad.
Yeah, and she's got a picture of Angela, Gamer, you and me, and Vincent Baker. Yeah, God, she knows Vincent Baker looks like.
UK lady.
And she, yeah, I think she's got Mickey Mouse on there, and Beyonce, and she's got pictures of well, quite a few people. But yeah, God, I seen, I see your face on there, and mine.
What do you think about Tyrone going?
Oh, it's quite, yeah, it's quite sad.
I know.
God, yeah, I'd seen Michelle's gone too.
I know.
Yeah,
All the good people are going. Chris Anna.
yeah. Well, well, like people say, well, like Matt Kelly said, 80% of people are normal on here. It's not 20%. They're just wicked people.
I know.
Toxic.
I know, mate.
Yeah.
Sad, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, do you think most of the people are normal on here? It's just a few.
Yeah, I think Tyrone will come back. Do you think he'll come back, Chris, or not?
Well, he might come back in a few months. I don't know about. Yeah, some people told me Michelle's been arrested.
Being arrested, Michelle.
Yeah, for UK lady's got the police on her.
I don't know how true that is.
Well, yeah, I think UK lady was saying
No,
in the
you-
chat.
She's mad, UK lady's mad, mate.
Oh,
She's trouble.
God.
She's trouble, Chris, isn't she?
Oh yeah, I don't understand why you follow police on Michelle and you be posting pictures of her. You phone the police, you could get yourself into trouble.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, UK lady said she's phoned the police on a couple of people.
I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She's
well,
trouble,
what-
Chris. She's trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think she's phoned the police on Gypsy Dave too.
Right.
And Ron.
Farmer Floyd said he likes no magic stuff kind of next up to see you.
Farmer Floyd said he likes your daft cam, Nomad, and good to see you.
Hey, Farmer Floyd. It's just
Yeah.
my phone.
We get our new phones tomorrow.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Chris?
Yeah,
Tart.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not back in 2 more days.
Oh, you've had a few days off, have you?
Yeah. Did I tell you I do 4 on, 4 off?
Oh no, I knew you did have a couple of days off, but I didn't know you done 4 on, 4 off. That's all
yeah.
right, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's all right. I don't like doing 12 hours. It's too much.
12-hour shifts. Is that what
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah. Do you like doing 12 hours or you don't care?
I don't do 12 hours, mate.
No.
No, I just drive the van. I just drive the van, mate, Chris. Do you know what I mean? Good few hours
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
road.
Oh yeah. As another person's on it. Yeah, 2 more. No, 3 more. I mean, I think Mr. D's on it, and well, a picture of him, and Society X, and yeah, Crinkle's on it. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, Jamie's on there. I thought Jamie is okay with UK.
I
I'm
don't think
Crinkle.
UK lady's okay with anyone, Chris.
No.
I think she's trouble.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think 9 o'clock on the 31st. What 2 days time? Well, she's going to talk about you with your picture.
All right. I'm not even subscribed to her, mate. I'm not bothered what she says about me, Chris, if I'm
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. Oh no. I didn't know today. Said it. That Di said. You know, Di goes on.
Yeah, I
Tyrone.
like Di.
Yeah. Di Di said she's got pictures of YouTube people, and she goes, "Yeah, I looked for myself. God, I'm on it. I'm you.
I wonder why you were on it, Chris?
I don't know, unless I speak to Michelle.
Yeah, maybe, mate. Maybe.
Yeah. How come you on it?
Because I don't get on with her.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
called
I
her
don't
out
know.
for being nasty.
Yeah, I don't know. Crinkle's on fall and Gamer.
No,
Oh, that's-
Crinkle. I can guess what he's on there.
Yeah, it's sweet. Well, yeah, I thought White Gamer's on there for too.
Yeah, she must be going to do a live on a few people, Chris, then, eh?
Oh yeah, she's going to be talking about 10 or 15 people.
What did
in
you
2
say?
days.
What did you say about Di, Chris?
Di read on Jamie's channel, and she said she's doing the live in 2 days' time, and she's got pictures of people.
All right.
I looked on it. God, it's a picture of me, you, Gamer, Angela, and
Society.
and a few people. Yeah,
Has she
I
got a
don't.
picture of society? Well, find out.
Yes, yeah.
These links, send me. So I can have a look at these photos.
Yeah, she's got a picture of Society and Crinkle, Vincent Baker. Yeah. Well, yeah. I bet you
Yeah.
Vincent Baker doesn't care.
Who does?
Uh,
Right.
Do you think Vincent Baker is pissed off?
Is who pissed off?
Baker.
Vega's always pissed off, Chris.
No, I thought he might be pissed off. His pictures on there.
Oh, it's Vince Vega's picture on there as well. Let's see
yeah.
how much of a fucking sly, horrible fucker she is, that UK lady.
Yeah.
What do you
Vince
think of
is-
UK lady? Do you think she's mad?
Well, yeah, I only spoke to her once. I thought, why my picture's on there for? I thought
Yeah.
must be because I speak to Michelle.
Yeah, maybe he's.
Yeah.
So it's a shame about Tyrone going, isn't it? He's been doxxed, you know, Chris.
Yeah. Gypsy Dave was saying.
Gypsy
And
Dave
Di.
was doxxed as well.
What?
Gypsy Dave was doxxed.
I think so. Yeah,
Right, okay.
but yeah, well, yeah. I think I think UK ladies got the police on Gypsy Dave wrong, and Michelle.
Right.
But UK lady said she never docks Tyrone.
She did.
I do not know. Yeah, and well, what do you think, Tops?
What do I want? Sorry.
What do you know? Do you think UK lady said she never docks Tyrone?
Well, Yogi said he's got the clip.
Proof.
Have I put the link out there? I put the link out, I think. I'll do it again.
She's saying I've got the YouTube one.
She wants Di. She wants
Oh yeah, that's another person. I think Di's on there too.
Is Di on there as well?
Yeah.
I cannot use this stream. Your link. Have you got the YouTube link?
I don't know what you mean, Di. You can only put one link out, mate. Try again, Di.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not happy. She's got my picture on there.
She might be going to do a talk about you, Chris.
Yeah. Well, you said you're not bothered. No.
I'm not bothered, mate. Let her crack on.
Yeah.
She's saying that we're all trolls.
Yeah.
Chris, I've just had a look. She said we're trolls.
Oh yeah.
So she must say that she must think that you're a troll as well, then.
Yeah. But and Jamie. I thought Jamie gets on with her. and Crinkle. Yeah, and she's calling. Well, yeah, I don't know why Gamer's on there for.
Is he on YouTube, Gamer? I haven't seen him for ages.
Yeah, I
he's
think Gamer
keeping a low
was.
profile.
Yeah,
He's what?
Keeping a low profile, I think.
Is he?
I've seen him in Live Free's chat a couple of times.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months since I've seen him. 2 or 3 months, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing, that though, is it?
I know. I think the last time I saw him, he was on Jamie's. I think it must have been, because I don't see him on
Not a
yours. He
bad
wouldn't have
thing,
been on
that's-
JJ, so it must have been on Jamie's at some stage.
He tried to ask me for a link not long ago, a few weeks ago.
Oh,
I
did he?
said no. I said no, he's not. I wouldn't dare have Gamer on here. It's like Crinkle. I wouldn't dare have Crinkle on here. Gamer's not allowed on here, man.
Smith has been reported to police investigation for reports about daughter and other things.
Oh, same man.
Probably.
I read that. Mel Darren, also AJ Smith, John being reported to police investigating for a post about daughter, and is there things. Okay. Okay, Di, no problem, mate.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Tubbs. Yeah, I'll probably speak to you next week. Yeah, I'm going for my food.
Where you going, Chris?
Yeah, going to get some food.
Okay, my mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Chris.
thought.
Take care.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I might tell you. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Like you said, you don't care.
Ah, no, I'm not bothered, mate. Later, I'll just report him if he starts being stupid.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Take it easy.
And you,
Bye.
mate.
Yeah. All right. See ya. All right. See ya.
Thanks for coming up, Chris.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
mate. Bye. Yeah, he's not a bad lad, Chris, is he?
I think he's hilarious,
Yeah.
especially when you start asking about his tarts and stuff like that. It's like he can't help himself.
I know.
He's the biggest tart on YouTube, I think, and he's proud of it.
The UK lady's got a gallery of people up off YouTube calling us all trolls. I know I'm a lot.
Saying it's that tier 8 system. You can go on YouTube. She's just pick random pictures.
Yeah,
So it's like she's took screenshots when people have been live or whatever.
I know. I know I'm a lot of things, but a troll. I've never been called a troll before. You know.
Well, we were getting called child doctors because we were talking about a crab called Sebastian.
I know.
So because he went mad saying we were child doctors, I presumed if it was called Sebastian.
I know. She's mad, isn't she?
So I heard it's thinking you were doing another live and I thought, oh, right.
She's fucking.
Well, how the hell am I a child doctor then?
She's fucking. She's deluded. She's backward, man.
It's ridiculous.
Backward Lil. Oh, backward Lil.
Writing comments that have got no integrity.
Yeah,
I'm not quite amusing.
she's a funny egg. She's a funny egg. You know. Are you still doing 75 nomadic?
Yep.
How fast can you get flat out now? If you put your foot flat to the floor, what will it do?
It'll go to about 85, but then my office will contact me and say, "Why on earth are you doing 85?"
Yeah. Can they
They
tell how
can't.
fast
They,
you
after
go?
once you go over 75, yeah, this computer tells them everything that's next to me. But even though it's my
Right.
truck, their thing is it's their trailer, and they use like retreads, and they're only guaranteed up to 55 miles an hour on their trailer.
Right.
In this weather, that's fine, but when you get out in Texas on a hot day, that's when you get your tires blow up.
Yeah, I get
under the
you.
heat.
Been
But
snowing
yeah,
for
once
a
you get
week
over
now.
75, you do 76 or 77, they'll send you a message saying slow down.
Does that?
Uh-huh.
Well,
And then
that's a
if you
bit of
get
a
too many
madman,
slow down messages, you're coming in for a retraining that for a day.
isn't it? Right.
And I ain't doing that again. Especially when you have like the trainer will be about 30 years old just sat next to.
Right,
It's like
I get.
it's just a kid teaching you something. It's like, yeah, sod off.
That's mad that they can tell how fast you're going as well. It must be a
And the
satellite.
like before they used to use them.
Yeah, they track us. There's a thing on the top
They
of my
do,
truck.
they do.
But it also works for you if your truck was hijacked or anything. They'll track it, and they'll contact the feds, and they'll be after them, and they'll have exactly where your truck is. Because what they
Does
try
it
to do is steal the trucks and cut the cabs off and stuff like that, and try and break them up as quick as they can before the police come chasing. Plus, these are chemicals. This
Do you
could be
have to
used
have
for
tachograph over there, Nomadic?
which one?
Do you know on your truck, do you have to have tachograph like they do in England?
Oh yeah, but it's digital. It's this thing. This computer
right.
is all digital, and that holds everything and anything. I mean, it's a
Right.
great bit of kit because you can get all your weather forecasts. It does multiple things, that help you. There's a whole
Right.
bunch of other things on there that I don't know what they're for, but I don't touch them. Probably the company drivers know because they have to use everything on there. I don't. I just use the weather forecast, EVD, and training. If you got to do training, I do it on their computer.
So you'd be
But
all right to go
there's
on a holiday abroad now. Now that you've got your thing, you've got your
right, but now,
American
like I said, my
passport.
mum. Right. Yeah, when I've got to get my passport. That's one thing they said to me because they wanted my British passport, and I said I don't have it on me. So I've kept my British passport because you're supposed to renounce your country. When I went there that day, I didn't realise that was it. I thought I was going there for just a first interview like thing.
Right.
But I went in there, and sure enough, they sent me around to the thing where they take your fingerprints again. Like they're always taking my flipping fingerprints. I don't know why. I mean, I've been fingerprinted so many times for different things, for background checks, everything, and they still got my same fingerprints, But anyway, then they told me to go up to floor 2. So I go up to floor 2, and I'm thinking, okay. And the guy obviously has looked at my picture before he comes out there because there's a load of other people, and he walked straight over to me. He said, "Mr. Penman, come on, okay." We go in, and they do an interview, and he's asking me stuff that he already knows. He said, "Oh, do you remember getting stopped at the airport when you came in 2014?" I said, "Bloody hell, yeah." He said, "Okay, yeah." He said that was so and so, and I thought, fine. Because I told him when I came in on that day, I said I'm here to start this green card thing, and first thing to do was put me in a cell. Okay, yeah, because I thought you're just supposed to be honest, and you're not supposed to be too honest actually. And that got me in the cells. Then they pulled me back out, and then they'd done an interview, and I said, "Well, look, I've been told by an immigration thing I'm to come here. I'll give up my passport, so I can't leave the country for 90 days. I have to prove that I don't need anything." And then they let me go, and then obviously I went to the immigration thing and started the procedure. And they remembered all that, and then the guy started asking me questions about America. Oh, Jesus, I don't know these questions. And I said to him, I thought this was going to be another interview doing questions and stuff like that. And he said, no, this is the full thing you haven't done now. And sure, the next 4 questions he asked me, I did know because I'd been testing them on my missus. There's like 100 questions, and they can cherry pick any of those, and you got to remember because she couldn't remember them. So, like most Americans won't know the answers because it's stupid, And then I go through that, and he said, right, you got swearing in at 12:30. I said, you're joking. He said, no. He said you can go out for 1 hour. He said and you get something to eat and drink, but you must be back here by 12 o'clock, and then we'll start bringing you in. And then, sure enough, you're there. You stood up and got your little American flag, and you got to watch Joe Biden on a video screen. And then you run through some other stuff, and you saying about, you know, if they went to war, would you go to war as well, or you'd have to go to war, and all these other sort of things. I thought, good God. And then boom, then they come give you a certificate and stuff like that, and now you're an American citizen, and I'm also a British citizen. So
Did you say you'd go to war?
that's what they say to you. They say, you know, if you were asked to go to war, would you? And everybody has to say yes. I mean, because that's what it was all on there. Like, you know, it was just silly. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause- yeah. If
I
you
don't
said
mind.
no, if you said no, you wouldn't have gone to war. You wouldn't have got sworn in.
I don't know, because everything was already done. They'd given you a certificate.
Right. Okay.
But I thought, well, you know, if we go to war and I get a chance to whiz around in a tank, that sounds good to me. I don't mind having a bomb around in one of those things.
So
And then-
you got the American national anthem off the top of your head then.
No, they put that on the screen because I'm not gonna. I don't learn stuff like that.
Does
barely
you have
remember-
to sing it?
No, that you talk it, you speak it through, but it's on the screen, all the words, because
Right.
none of us are going to know the national anthem. I don't know if it was a thing that rushed in, and then as soon as you come out, they make you sign up so you can vote. They were
Right.
desperate for everybody to sign up to a voting thing. You know, it's
Was
don't
there,
know, I
was there a
don't think I
few
was-
there? Like, was there a few there for the same thing as
Swearing
you?
in.
Like, yeah.
yeah, there was probably 30. I mean, you could see they're all from around the world because colors of their skin, some of the outfits they had on, some of them looked like African, some looked like
right.
or something like that. There was a couple of Asian people there. I don't know whether they're Chinese, Japanese, or whatever, but they're definitely Asian. I think I was the only British person there. I don't remember hearing anybody else talking proper, King's English.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it was just done, and now then you're just giving your green card because all restrictions are off on me now. I can do, and you can even apply now for federal jobs. Federal jobs. I wouldn't want to be a police officer, but you could certainly be a whole bunch of, that would be another thing to look at. Not being a policeman, but I'm talking about like you could be if you wanted to, or you could get into any other federal job.
Like FBI.
Anything like that. I mean, if you had the qualifications that they want and stuff like that, hell, I could be the next James Bond over here, America's version of James Bond. But it's worth thinking about it. Like I say, if it works for me to get a normal job working for the federal government or whatever in years to come, rather than driving, all our options will be on the table because now I don't have any restrictions of what jobs I can go for. It would take a lot, I think, to get an office job because I do like the freedom of being out on the road, And if I could make it work that I could be out here 7 to 10 days a month and then do something else for the other 20 days, brilliant. Go on holiday or do whatever, something where there's no stress, or even get a 7-day job somewhere, doing it something else or whatever. There'd be no more stress, or it's gone. I wouldn't mind something like that. But it was just funny, and I've got like the little flag, and you get a letter from Joe Biden with the gold seal and all this other stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Saying about their core values and blah blah blah. But this must have been, he must have done the video pre-going loopy loo because he's talking normal, and he's completely coherent and everything. He's not acting like a village idiot when he's talking. Whereas now, if you see Joe Biden, he's like bombed out,
Yeah. Come on.
And he still looks like the guy from Poltergeist, He just looks like that, the one in the caves. He also reminds me of that guy in the caves in Poltergeist.
Madness, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Wow, they had some snow out here.
You've had some snow all the way along, haven't you, Nomad?
Yeah, this is all the way from New York so far. I mean, the road's brilliant. I mean, these guys do a good job of the roads, keeping them clear. But they ain't fussed about the rest of it. And they're not fussed about back roads. Back roads is the least of their problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes when you go around some of these back roads, that gets a bit sketchy.
Yeah, I bet it does.
I wouldn't want to be living out here, but there's some houses out here, so they must be cold, like those ones out there by the trees.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
see
hate the
someone
snow.
dotted in there. Oh, yeah, girl's blouse. How can you hate the snow?
Oh, I don't. Anything cold, Nomadic, I don't like it.
Mel,
Anything
if he
to
asks
do-
for if he asks for ice creams or anything, I just tell him you don't like it.
Oh, I love ice cream.
Yeah, that's cold.
I love ice cream. I've got 2 tubs in the well, 2.5 tubs actually. Got 2.5 tubs in the freezer.
Phew.
You know.
I always go. There's an ice cream place here called Brewster's. I go there once in a while just to get a candy cotton explosion.
Is it
Bliss.
nice?
Yeah, absolutely bliss. But there's a state trooper on the left. I don't know if you could see him. He's hiding behind because obviously like there's snow lumps. So anybody coming down the road can't see him till it's too late. Sneaky sod.
Yeah.
A lot of state troopers do that. They'll park in just enough so you can't see them. And once you're going flying past them, they got you anyway on their radar.
What's the speed limit?
70 mile an hour.
Is it 70? Yeah.
Uh-huh. They're looking for 80 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour drivers, and it will get them because this is a long straight, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody won't be paying attention and it's too late. Like I said, as long as you stick to no more than 75, you're good to go. They don't bother, they don't bother you.
That's all right. And are you still doing 75 now?
Uh-huh.
What's it got on the clock, your truck, Nomadic?
1,424,137.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
What
I don't know
top-
how many times.
What top speed has it got on the clock?
90.
90. Do you
They
think you
probably
could get
can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know she'll do 83, 84.
So without a
Could-
trailer.
Yeah, because I've done that before. Didn't realise. Because it was one of the first few times I drove this. Because I went from a company driver, which was a restricted truck, automatic, and then suddenly driving this thing, and you're just driving it like a car, and woomph, this isn't restricted. But you go out in like Texas, those trucks are the fastest trucks out in the Texas, out in like the wilderness. Those trucks go like 95 ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those roads are just endless. They just go on and on and on straight for miles. And you get like the tanker drivers or the oil, definitely all the oil people, all the different
Yep.
parts of truck driving oil. They'll be bombing it up and down there.
Is your truck manual?
Uh-huh.
How many gears has it got, Nomad?
10 forwards and 2 reverses.
Right.
They do an 18 speed
Yeah.
and a 13 speed, yeah. But this is a 10 speed, which is the most common like thing, you know.
Right.
18's normally on the big, powerful, really powerful trucks because it's all about the torque and stuff like this. It's not meant for speed, and they'll
Yeah.
just be going for the gears like crazy.
Yeah, 18 gears there. 18 forward and 2 reverse.
No, you'll have 18 forwards and 3 reverses.
3 reverses, yeah.
High, low, high, medium.
Right. What have you got medium? I mean, low and high. So you'll only have to use the eye when you're fully loaded.
No, use the low one. Put it in low gear, reverse.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
only one I ever use low gear. I don't use the high gear. I don't think I've ever used high gear in reverse because I mean you're not trying to go back like that quick. You're trying to go back steady so you can got control of the truck and trailer. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well,
But at least it's a nice day outside. It's just cold.
yeah, it
Warmed
looks
up
as though
again.
you can see the sun shining a bit there, like on the screen.
Yeah, it's like 6 degrees now, so it's still warming up, which is good. See, I'm doing 75 mile an hour. You got a truck coming up on my left. Uh-oh. He wants to slow down a bit quick because we are coming to a standstill, sonny boy. Uh-oh, what's happened? I was making good time. I'm going to go in this lane.
Never a good
So-
time when the traffic on the motorway comes to a standstill.
Yeah, and I don't know what that van is. Just this little Transit Connect van. That's another weird one to see.
Oh yeah, you get them over here.
Yeah, that's what I say when you see those. It's like, hold on a minute, where am I?
You could get in the inside lane now and go right down. No matter if that little connection.
No, they've shut the road down completely. What's that all
Have they?
about? Yeah, if you look, I don't know if you can zoom in, but if you look right at the front, you can see 2 council vehicles. So something must have happened, like further up over that brow of the thing, you know?
Yeah.
So that sucks. I was making really good.
In there.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go on break a minute. And just, as long as you stay at walking speed, you can, you won't trip the clock off.
Right.
So you just take your break while you're waiting. Because they're not moving. So something's happened. It can't be the bridge. Please tell me it's not the bridge. That would suck because they would send us. Oh, they would send us. Well, you couldn't even go across the middle because nothing's going to go. You can see how deep that snow is.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just gonna say there.
No, they're just staying still. So, what's everybody got planned for this? Oh, it is this evening with you. Must be like coming up for 7 o'clock or something.
I think I'm gonna have an early night. Go to work tomorrow, and by the time I get home, my phone should be here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, move, do something.
You don't want it to move. You're on your break.
No, I can move along at walking speed. That won't trip it off. I don't mind if they do start moving because I can take my break while I'm changing trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
As long as you're off duty or on duty for 30 minutes, they class that as your break. They didn't used to. They brought it in about 2 years ago.
Right.
So now, like, mostly what you do is you sort of, if you're getting close to when you want to break, you'll pull up at the fuel station, pull up in a line rather than straight up, go off duty, wait for 10 minutes, then go on duty to put your fuel in, which takes about 7 minutes, then crawl your truck out for 15 minutes just out in front, then you've had your 30-minute break.
Right, I get you.
I mean, sometimes, you know, on a cold day like this, there's no point. Nobody wants to get out of their truck and walk around and stuff because it's too bloody cold. So you sit in your truck, quickly read the news or what, you know, read the news in England, and then move.
I wonder
But we
what's
ain't.
up there, Nomad.
I don't know because they're not moving at all. I might send my. I wonder if I send my drone up there. I did that.
Then your son know what's wrong.
I know. I'm gonna wait until if we get to a bit where I'm gonna sit still. I'll Put my drone up. I don't know if we're moving or not. Why are we moving? If we are moving, why are we moving? There must have been a crash.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
thinking.
I think they're crawling, so they're just trying to hold us back a minute. Come on, you Wally. Hold on. One. No, I thought he was moving.
Can you see them, like?
I can see the vehicles that are holding us up. They got flashing light. But they're not emergency services. They look like council vehicles, council trucks,
Right.
or their idea of what we would class as council trucks. But they're just holding up both lanes.
So what
So I
soap are you having today, Nomad?
I got a ton. The missus bought like Jesus about bloody 30 different types. I got a whole. I'll get every type of soup you can think of. I think I made the mistake of saying to her, "I like soup." Boom. it's like 30 tins. Okay.
Haven't you got your CV on so you can see if any truckers are telling you what's wrong?
No, because it went funny again. So
Oh,
I'll look at it later. I checked the fuse again the other day, but I couldn't be asked because I'll have to do it again. Oh, they're not turning cars around. You got to be kidding me. Oh, they've just moved one truck out of the way. We're going. Yeah, they're opening up the left lane. So whatever was holding us all up is not holding us up now. We'll soon see it in a minute. We're off. There's a truckload of fish on the right, that thing with all that oxygen.
right.
That's fish in those tanks.
Is it?
Live fish.
All right.
And that's all oxygen. Putting it into the to keep them alive.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, we were moving then. Please tell me
What
we
you
ain't.
eating, Nomad?
What?
What you eating?
Throat sweet.
Yeah. I've been a bit chesty the last couple of days, like. So I have.
All right.
It's the winter, man. It's no good.
Oh, come on, you Wallies. Why are we... There's nothing in the road now, and yet we're driving like a bunch of village idiots.
Village idiots. Big up the Northerners, Nomad.
AKA the Londoners.
I thought I'd have got you there because you weren't concentrating.
No, I'll always concentrate on that one. You'll have to get up early in the morning and catch me out on that.
I do get up early, don't I? Compared to you.
What time do you start normally during the week?
I'm up between 5:30 and 6, and I get to the depot for about 7.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately, about the same sort of start time, because I only work 8 hours generally, then I stop.
Right.
Oh, what are they doing? Go on. This is where those trucks were here. Now they're up there on the right.
Bless you.
Wow, bless you. I heard that over here. Do not pass.
I sneezed
Okay.
before and begin blooming jumped out. Isn't it funny?
She's just come over to investigate, got halfway there and couldn't be asked and went back.
What was he?
You sat on my knee before and jumped up his skin.
Well, I don't know what they were doing, because those are just ones are grip, a snow plow, the front one, and I don't think there's any snow on the road.
Have you turned your brake off?
It goes off automatically. Once you go over 5 miles an hour or 4 miles an hour, it trips the clock.
Right.
So as long as you stay at walking speed, you're good. That's why you see like some truckers that are like right out their hours and they're crawling around the truck stops because you're trying to get to somewhere, but you can't go over. If not, it's going to be a violation,
Yeah.
That's why I generally work 8 hours and I don't get into all those sort of problems, because you can work 8 hours, take a 30-minute break, then you can work 3 more hours driving.
Right.
Then you're done with your 11 hours. You can work 14 hours altogether. So if you were at some place, you could still be on duty, pumping off whatever or airing off
Yeah.
it. You just couldn't drive your truck.
Yeah, it's something like that over here as well, I believe.
Right. I don't know if you got a 14 hours though. I know. I'm sure they got the 11 hours. Was it 10 or 11? If Mark Super's in there, he knows. The British one.
Mark Super, he was in Mark Super, but I don't know if he's still in. I think he might have gone
Yeah.
now. I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, no, if he was still in there, he could tell you. But it's like, I think you can work 8 hours, take your 30-minute break, or 4, I can't remember, is it 30 or 45 over there? And then you could work, I don't know, was it 2 or 3 more hours like it is here? I don't know, because I mean, the last time I was driving a taco truck over there, that was one of the Class Bs.
Yeah.
That was a Ford Cargo. Oh, it's these blokes working down here.
When you said that, I thought you meant one at the like a fast food van selling tacos.
Do you like tacos?
Hardy ha, yeah, hardy ha ha.
That was just me. I don't know enough about cars or anything
No,
like that.
tachograph. They used to call them
Right.
tacos. But it's a
Do you like
tachograph.
tacos? Do you like tacos though, Nomad? The
You
edible
gotta get
ones.
used to them. I mean, half the food's bloody Mexican here, so there's Mexican restaurants, bloody supermarkets, van things on the roads. If you don't go past a Mexican thing in any day, you must be blind, you know. It's just-
Yeah. Not bad, is it?
Oh, it's right next door, isn't it? So it's going to be
Yeah.
not Mexican.
Isn't it down near Texas way, Mexico?
Yeah, that's where I went down, and I got stopped on the Mexican border before the Mexican border by Border Patrol.
Right.
Oh, it was ICE. I think it was ICE at the time. And I've never been back since, because I've never been stopped on the road by 4 armed blokes. I didn't care for that. So I've never been back there, because that just scared the bejesus out of me.
What did they pull you over for? Just a spot check.
Yep. There's another state trooper. Yeah, they just pulled me over. I've seen them in the distance. 3 of them with ARs and 1 with a handgun.
Yeah.
The bloke in charge had a handgun in his holster thing. But the guys holding the AR-15s, they were holding the AR-15s down, and I thought they were like bloody either militia or bloody cartel. I didn't realize, because I'd never seen them before, you know.
Right.
And they just search the truck inside and out, under the bonnet, everywhere. It was an empty, dirty trailer. I'd obviously I had to pick it up from the Mexican border, but they still wanted to see inside. They still opened her up because it wasn't a hazmat, and they just put a torch in, and they don't mess about. So they were looking for something. I mean, they were looking for something, because you wouldn't normally associate. This is that fish truck. There's all fish in there.
All right. Live fish, yeah.
I bet they've been shaking about, thinking, "What the hell is?" It must be. It's obviously dark in there, and they're being shook around. I don't know what type of fish are in there. It doesn't say. It just says live fish, you know.
Is that Transit Connect in front of you there?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and we have the Ford truck. There's a Fiat that looks like the same size as a Transit over there.
All right.
But over here they're not called Fiat. They're called it's either, is it Chrysler? It's either
Chrysler's
Chrysler.
American.
Yeah, but it's the Fiat van, but a Chrysler badge on it.
Right.
The same as I think I've seen not DAF or something like that, but it's one of those trucks that we had in England. But over here it's like Peterbilt. But I'm thinking that's not a Peterbilt. That's it was either
Scania.
DAF trucks, something like that. It looks like. They just rebadge them because there are a lot of these companies are
Do you only have any?
connected, you know.
Do you only have any? So apart from that, do we have any more British trucks?
I've seen a couple of cargos, old cargos, like that. They use them for you know, like when they get the end of year, they've done all their finances. A lot of companies will hire this company and they will shred a whole year's worth of paperwork because they have to keep like X amount of years. But they'll
Yeah.
have these trucks turn up to shred everything and put them into sealed tanks. And they're generally Ford Cargos, like the old Ford Cargo. So we're talking like the ones, the Ford Cargo I used to drive in like the late 80s. That
Right.
shape, big, just a big box squared front thing. It's just weird to see them, you know.
Yeah. So can you drive a truck in England then?
No, I'd have to take my HGV. But
Yeah.
likewise, if you came here with a license, you'd have to do like I'd done. You'd have to apply and go through the CDL, CDLA, which is the same as a class, whatever it is in England, whatever the articulated class is there.
Class 1, it's class 1, I
Right.
think.
Right, HGV1 then would be the same as CDLA here, and the CDLB is same as HGV2, which is that's non-Arctic or something. Which is, if you take the HGV1, it's, you know, you bypass everything.
Yeah, it covers you for everything.
Yeah, the only thing they're doing different over here now is that if you go for your driving test and you drive an automatic truck, you can only drive automatic trucks. You have to have a manual license like I've got to drive all trucks. But a lot of companies train you on automatics now. They just don't want you thinking about how to change gears or anything. They're really,
Right.
a lot of the big companies are very controlling because it's all done by computer. How they work out everything. Like the company drivers, if they fill their truck up, the computer knows, and then it'll calculate your route of which way you're going to go round, and it'll calculate at which truck stops to stop at for fuel and how much to put in.
Yeah.
Because they're watching every single bit. It's so analyzed at everything. It's ridiculous, you know. But that's how the big carriers work, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy by that because it's my truck. I just do what I want to do. But the company drivers have to use the fuel optimizer or something, and they have to follow the planned routes or routes as they call them.
Right. Yeah.
Because whenever I tell them it's a route, they say, "No, isn't that what's on a tree?" No.
They call it an elevator instead of a lift as well, don't they?
Yeah, and they call the front a hood rather than a bonnet.
You are.
Garbage instead of
Yeah, garbage instead of rubbish.
sidewalk.
Yeah.
instead of-
Sidewalk
And
instead of pavement.
and I say garage, they say garage.
Garage.
gas instead of
Aluminium.
Gasoline. Yeah. Gasoline instead of petrol.
Yeah, because if you say petrol, they look at you weird. I've done that a few times. I've got to get some petrol. And they're like, what? You know, petrol for the car.
Chips for crisp.
Yeah,
I-
chips for crisp.
I tell you what I did the other day. I haven't done for ages, and I mean ages. I went to when I was off on those days. I popped to Kroger, which is a supermarket. I went to buy some. What did I buy in there? Oh, bloody stuff for me cold and everything. All this crap. I bought that in there. Brings it out, puts the stuff in the boot, gets in the car. No steering wheel. Because I got in the passenger side again. I thought,
Oh.
you donut, I haven't done that for years. Because obviously I was sick. So then you get back out, go around the car and get over seat. So I thought, Del boy, you plonker. I don't know if anybody was watching me. They're probably thinking, what's that idiot doing?
Jelly for jam.
But it's yeah. Scones is biscuits here, whereas biscuits to us is biscuits.
Yeah.
You get used to it after a while, or sometimes if I'm not quite sure what it's called, I just point to it. I say I want one of them.
Oh, yeah. As you do.
Yeah, because I met up with my cousin a while back. We were in New York, and I couldn't remember the name at the time, but it was a cannoli. And I'd never tried one. I'd always heard on The Sopranos they said, "Hey, get some cannolis." I thought, I want a cannoli because I'm going to try like The Sopranos do, and they tasted bliss. But and I looked at it. I thought, that's what I want. I said, "Can I have?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, one of those things." I said, "That's one of what The Sopranos eat." And she started smiling. And donuts is crazy over here. That's like, God, 1 billion calories if you have one of their donuts.
Come on.
Corned beef,
Down you can.
Corned beef. What's the corned beef?
like over there, it's more like crispy.
Okay.
Yeah, they call it something else here, corned beef. Same as like when you want something, well, like if you go out and they'll say to my missus, what does she want steak? She has it like medium de rare or something. And I always say, like, I'll have mine cremated. And they look at you like, what? I said, just fired. So I don't want it. I said, I don't want to see any red stuff in that because that'll make me puke. I just said, don't.
Oh, you've never lived, you'll know, Maddie. You need it medium, mate.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it like that.
Pastrami.
Yeah, this.
You don't like.
Same
You don't like. Oh, nomadic medium. Just a little touch red. Just a touch. A little bit of juice coming out of it, man.
Don't you think like when it's well done, it's like chewing on boot leather?
Yeah, when it's well done, it's like chewing on boat leather, nomadic.
No. Even when they do it like well done, it tastes really good. It's not chewy or anything. And the knives are like the knives you get at these steakhouses. They're like, oh God, if you got in a sword fight, they're like really sharp as heck. They are just like they cut anything just slightly. You just cut it, boom. But I always have mashed potato. They do mashed potato with that, so I always have mashed potato.
Yeah, can't beat
And broccoli. Broccoli I like.
Can't beat a bit of mashed potato.
Yeah, but don't Brussels sprouts here though. They fry them,
Right.
which is I don't like that. I like them just like if you're a gummy or something. So there's no crunch. I don't like crunchy vegetables.
I don't like crunchy. I don't like crunchy veg.
So the broccoli's fine and the cabbage is fine when they do it. But sprouts, I've tried it in different places and that's how they do it. And it just tastes. It don't taste right,
Nomadics.
She said, remind me never to go to dinner at the Nomadics because you don't like your veg crunchy. I don't like my veg crunchy. You mean?
Mel's too hard. Mel's too hard. That's why I like us softies. We like all soft food.
No, like al dente with a slight little crunch.
No.
No crunch. No good. It's not cooked if it's got a crunch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think I'm proper overcooked with veg and Darren loves it and it's like, ugh.
Well, I don't like the proper overcooked.
No, but for me, like, keep it cooked.
Not soggy, it's just right.
No.
Just without the crunch, it's good to go.
Yeah, I like raw. I can sit with like roasted raw carrot.
I'll tell you what I did have the other day.
Go on.
Oh God, fish eggs. What do you call that?
Oh, caviar.
Caviar, yeah. That was the first time I've ever had caviar. I had some of that the other day when we went out.
Was it nice?
It seemed to, yeah. I mean, they give you like 6 little round toasted, like small toast things, plain toast, nothing on it. And then they give you like the caviar. Then they give you, I think it was chopped up egg, like the white egg, chopped up yellow parts of the egg, like the really small, onion, shallots. I mean, everything's chopped like to little minuscule things. And there was some other sauce thing. I can't remember what it was. And then this caviar stuff, which is And I was just sort of like the first bit. I was going to hold my nose because I didn't know if it was going to taste weird or anything like that, or whether I have to just like. But no, it was good. That's the
I've
first
never
time.
had caviar. I've never had caviar, like.
Yeah, I mean they had like this. This was God. This was like about $40 for this small tin, but they did one like about 110, and I thought, no, I don't want. I'll just try the small one because if I don't like this stuff,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
it's just amazing how bloody expensive that stuff is. It's not something you'd want to do that every flipping week.
What were you doing in a restaurant? Yeah.
Yeah, so we went to a place in Buckhead. Buckhead's like it's like the posh part of Atlanta because that's where I got my car from Land Rover there.
Right.
And she works near there, and she said, and she's always looking at different places. So we try all different. So we're going through Atlanta, trying different types of food because there's 1,000,001 types. Italian, Mexican, Chinese, Korean. I mean, there's just so many variations. And that was one of them. That was just a really nice place we went to. I'd go there again. I mean, I wouldn't rush to go there because it was. I mean, it was fine, but it was just I wanted to try different stuff. Because I've always been just used to just doing my own thing on my own.
Yeah.
So I normally just used to go to steakhouses, stuff like that. I really wasn't interested in going out much because I was just doing what I wanted to do, getting where I need to be, like thing, and that didn't include going around restaurants and things.
Yeah, well,
So it's only recently I started going out now. And it's good because now I realise this is what I need to do. I need to be getting out a lot more. I need to be living more, now that I can. So
yep, as you do, mate, as you do. What's your favourite food, Nomadic, then? Mexican, Chinese, Italian?
Chinese, to be fair. I've always loved Chinese. It's just a safe bet, it's not. Mind you, the other day we did find a place that does kebabs, and I hadn't had a kebab for like flipping God, billions of years. I can't remember the last time I had a kebab. And we found an Indian restaurant. That's great.
Yeah.
That was like that. I mean, I just didn't even realize these places were on my doorstep.
Indian's good, man.
Yeah, I had what did I have? A masala. I think I had the masala the other day. She had something else. I know I went for the weakest one because I'm not. I like spicy food, but I don't like I's spicy food where he says he eats all this like blow your head off type stuff because I don't find that enjoyable at all.
I just got the red, man.
Yeah, because you just don't enjoy. I like food that you can taste it and not think, oh God, not another one because you're going to burn your lips off.
Yeah, he's off his
I
head
just-
out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. I know he's obviously got his way of thinking in life. That's fine. But when you get on and have a couple of sherbets and then tell everybody else what they're supposed to think and not what you want to think,
Yeah,
It's a bit
wrong,
silly.
isn't it? Well, it's wrong.
Yeah, because he mellowed for a long while and was always having a laugh with everybody, and then suddenly it all got a little bit twisted,
Yeah. I know. 100%.
And I don't know if he's on other channels or whatever. But I just haven't seen him, or whether he's got a different emoji and stuff and a different name on there.
Yeah, that's one of his tricks, like, to be fair.
Yeah, because he said he was giving up YouTube, and then next day he was on some other channel, something like that.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Chops caught him, didn't he? Chops seen
That's
him.
it.
on
Yeah.
He's dancing in a sleeping bag and everything.
Oh my God.
Chops has got the video to it, to be fair.
Oh yeah, that was some. God, when was that? That was like donkeys years ago. That was. Christ, I think that was the first few months I came into this community. I think.
He's off it, he's off it.
Yeah, but like I said, once you get him once he's in a happy mood, you can have a laugh, you know, and he's funny.
I
But once he
know.
gets deadly serious and gets on the wine or whatever he's drinking, the vodka or whiskey or whatever, then he just turns into an arse. And if he's listening, I mean, he must realise he turns into an arse.
Yeah, it does. It turns him into someone not nice at all.
Yeah, because if you can't be nice when you just shouldn't drink, you know. That's a big problem.
True. True. So true. How far have you got to go now, Nomad?
64 miles, 1 hour away.
Yeah.
Yep. So I would have done. I'm making good time actually, because that'd be 2-5. I should have just enough time to get back to that customer over in Virginia, which would
Don't
be
you-
ideal because I could
Don't
park
you
there
need
overnight.
diesel? Have you filled up?
Yeah, I filled up in New York. It was either fill up in New York or pay an extra 40 cents a gallon more in this state. But either way, you're going to have to pay higher fuel because when you run through their states, they're still going to claim their tax back
Yeah.
at the end of the month. So sometimes if you're working in the area, unfortunately, you got to just fill up once in that particular area, you know? Oh, you're not really saving any money.
Yeah. If you
That's
can save
Cascadia.
money, if you can
Yeah.
save, them, why not? You
And that's
know.
another Cascadia. These are all Cascadias so far.
Are the good trucks?
Well, like I say, they seem to be like the workhorse of the country. You know, they're the biggest selling trucks. Easiest place to, you know, you can get parts anywhere. You're not
Right.
stuck with, some of them you're stuck with, you've got to deal with a dealer. And that means they got you by the short and curlies then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna charge you through the nose.
Well, they charge you whatever they want because if it's there's an engine over here called PACCAR. And the only people that can work on it is PACCAR.
Right.
So if you've got a PACCAR engine, you're nuts. You're either you just got to go there and they'll work on it and get it done when they're ready, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, it's a Detroit. My mechanics always, ever since this truck came out of warranty, my mechanics worked on this truck. I'd never let anybody else touch it,
Right.
apart from me.
Did you get your window wiper blade on?
Yeah, that was crazy. They had a, even one of his mechanics is called Juan, Juan, Juan. Even he was struggling trying to get his bloody thing on with this special clamp thing they have. But eventually it went
Right.
on because I suppose because it was so cold that the rubber around the outside is such a tight fit. It was just too cold, and then eventually it went on. And then when I got up to Pennsylvania, I changed the condenser on the front of this. So when I came back down, they just could refill it or recharge the condenser. I wasn't in a rush about it because that's the air conditioning, and we're not exactly suffering from heat down here at the moment or up here. But now once it goes back, like I say, on Tuesday, then they'll do those filters, and there's an ABS sensor I've got to have replaced. So I said
Oh,
to
should
him, I'll do
ABS
another
light
loop.
on?
Yeah, because it came on in Florida. I pulled into a truck stop, backed up, put the handbrakes on, went inside, grabbed a shower, come back outside, started her up, pushed the brakes down, and then the ABS light stayed on, and it stayed on since.
Right.
And then Jeff said the other day it's just a worn out sensor, which is, I mean, it's no biggie, but every time it goes in, I make sure they do anything and everything that's on there, just so I don't have a huge amount of stuff that's got to be done in one go.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the tires on these push bikes. Like off-road tires.
What car's that? What kind of car was it? A Porsche?
Yeah, Porsche. Might be a Porsche Cheyenne or Porsche something like that.
Yeah,
but it's a
Cheyenne.
Porsche.
Yeah,
it.
Cheyenne, you're right.
Yeah, they're quite popular over here. The Cheyenne. I mean, well, SUVs are popular.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, your same sort of cars like mine, like the Ranger, that type of thing. 4-wheel drive and bigger than a car, but smaller than a big car. My missus, she's got a Fiat. She's got a Fiat 500.
All right.
God, when I went out there, I said, I do not feel safe in this car. It's like Noddy car. And she drives like a nutter because she when she bought it, she made sure it had a gear shift because she doesn't like automatics.
Yeah.
So when she gets racing, holy heck, it's like being in a bloody because you're low on the
You're
ground
so
and
low,
you're
yeah.
and you're squashed in there, and then she's driving like God, 70 or 80. The poor car's screaming, and she's going for the gearbox and like I said to her, she should have done like rally or something. I said, you do really well at that. I said. She just laughed.
Yeah, the only little line of them for your 500s.
Yeah, I don't know what size the engine is. It can't be big, you know, because it's a small car.
I think the biggest engine on them's a 1.3, I think.
Yeah, because I mean, this isn't. I mean, this is just a standard one. I know you can get like the Arbeth, which is like some sports thing, but she's
Yeah,
got
the
just
fast
this.
them, you know. Fast them.
Yeah, anything with the Arbeth, because Arbeth used to do like all the Fiats. They would have like the. What else did they do? I think they done an Arbeth Uno, I think, and an Arbeth. They had a few types of Arbeths, which was the sports end of those things, you know.
Yeah, man. I know, yeah, they are fast them, though.
Mhm.
Right, I think I'm going to call it a day because I've got to go and put the bins out on that nomadic.
No worries. I appreciate you letting me on.
No,
And
thanks for coming on, mate. You're welcome anytime, you know that, Nomad.
okay, right, and I'll catch you
As
another
long as-
day. And
as
big up
long
the
as-
Londoners. Big up the Londoners. Mel
You
saying it.
know
I just heard Mel say it in the background again. Damn.
that.
I'll catch you later.
Thanks, Nomad.
Take care.
Take care,
Laters.
mate. Drive safe.
Laters.
Ta-ra, brother. Right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go and put the bins out. Or bin. If I can remember which bin it is. Yeah. Right, catch you later, guys. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe.